I'm gonna wait for people to join in. I don't think there's anyone in here yet. Maybe? I don't know. Is anyone here yet?
Yeah.
Say hi in the chat.
Bist is meowing. Is the chamber walls?
In the chamber walls. Let me fix that.
Good tags though. Furry, LGBT, English. These are things I can understand.
Hey everyone.
This is the Opus Magnum content you come for.
This is the Opus Magnum everyone comes for. The what were the tags again? The furry LGBT English stream. What?
Well, they meant so much to you that you had to go look at them. Had to go look them up.
Look at my tags. I don't remember which tags I have set. I set them years ago.
Hello, Silux Away. Hello, Awful Bananas.
Hello, chat.
You are our entire audience presently, I think. Also, Olivia Juliet is, I think, here.
Is she?
Looking on Discord.
Oh. In our, in the stage?
Oh no, sorry, that's somebody completely different. I do beg your pardon. Yeah. Anyway, hello. You got me instead of Zorflanks.
Yeah.
Today.
I've nabbed the GUI instead today. How's your yapping capabilities, GUI?
Oh well. I don't know. I mean, I think I've proved in the weeklies last year that I can yap for England.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I mean, it will be slightly different going. I mean, this is like a full. The amount of souls to go over here is like a full tournament length stream.
Oh yeah.
And it's of a puzzle that we've already seen solved in a sort of
somewhat faster. I'm looking forward to that epsilon problem rate solve.
Gosh, yeah, I'm looking forward to working out how to even explain that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Anyways, probably wait around a bit more, 6 minutes, like when I actually said that stream would start. We're live a bit early. It's yapping hours for momentarily. Okay. You can look at the spreadsheet, GUI, if you want to look at just the who's coming up and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I can look at the results spreadsheet, can't I? I completely forgot about that. Here I was thinking, oh no, I'm not going to have any preparation. You know, I'm not going to be able to see. Obviously, I'm used to from the weeklies. I'm used to seeing.
I mean, if you
having
want
the parser and following along.
You can also just have the parser and download the solution from the website.
It's too much bother. It's too much bother to set it up. I don't want to derail us.
Then you can read the notes too if you wanted to. What cost are we starting at?
We are starting at 385. I believe.
No, we're not going to start from 385. A lot of those are rate solved.
Oh, I see. I
think I'll start at the 175 one. At least it says gold on it. I see meowing in the chat. Y'all get your first meow of the stream. I have no idea if that went through or not.
It did.
Discord likes to suppress my meows. It does not think cats are deserved to be heard. Am I going to showcase 50th too, if you want me to? This is Opus Magnum. We're gonna be streaming the results of a tournament that's ongoing. And the main stream happened yesterday, but today we're going over every stream that scored worse than 50th. We didn't used to do this. We're doing this now because we have an insane number of submitters thanks to Goodbye Galaxy. There may or may
Yeah,
not be a
it's
request
entirely
for
his
me to
fault.
meow at 50th. Okay, I'll meow for that. You were saying, Gooey?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's entirely Goodbye Galaxy's fault that we've had to sort of adapt to the unique logistics of having quite so many people
Yeah, I'm
submitting
surprised
the
it's
whole
still
tournament.
this much.
Yeah,
It's weak.
I was really surprised that Cabinet Week didn't scare everyone off. I mean, there's normally
We scared enough people off that Little Timmy no longer exists, but there's still a whole lot of people.
yeah, and I think that even may be simply because like enough people submitted to that maybe if people submitted, they only submitted to one metric, or no, because that can't be right. We're still up to like 120. That's still double like a week one of most tournaments on a Cabinet Week, which is extraordinary.
Yeah. I'm surprised DLC combined with Cabinet didn't scare most people off.
Yeah, although this was an extremely approachable first puzzle for Day Ray Metallica. I think this was a very gentle introduction to some of the mechanics. I mean, one of the available glyphs was completely useless in this puzzle.
I was gonna say, have the people have they discussed why we have this thing in this puzzle? And why it's even here?
I mean, I just assumed it was because, like the glyph of calcification, or like the glyphs of quintessence. Like I assumed that you pick in the puzzle. Well, actually, we can prove this now. Actually, if you go and look in the puzzle
division
editor,
is here, rejection is here.
It's said, but okay, that is because the reason I thought this might be in there is because like the glyphs of quintessence, you don't get to pick one or the other. You can use dispersion and unification, or either you can have both or you can have neither, but you can't just have one without solution editing. So, or editing the puzzle file.
Yeah, the reason it's there is because the metric used to be maximum atoms on the board at victory screen.
Ah, right. Yes, I see.
And the secondary is cycles. So, that would be pretty helpful. This would be pretty helpful for that metric where you want just a shit ton of atoms on the screen.
I have to say, I'm very glad that wasn't the metric. That I think, especially after last week, if I can if I can offer an opinion, I think after last week, having another puzzle that felt so much like just weeklies.
Yeah, that was the reason it was removed. No more meme metric. Not in a row, at the very least.
It was a good choice because I think this was an excellent puzzle as it was.
Cost replaced it.
Yeah.
Good
call.
We replaced it with cost and we changed the product to be more annoying. We changed it to this natural sign product.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 11. I think that means we can begin. Well, it's 11 for me.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
What a nice time.
All right. Everyone, take your seat. Are you sitting comfortably? You're going to want to be.
Keep your arms and legs inside the chambers at all times. Anyways, this solution is called a gold duck. Quack. The notes say, a solve is a solve. You can't say it's only an optimized garbage. Alchemist T.J. Henry Yoshiu. Who the hell is Yoshiu?
Okay, so we slagged off division and immediately we are seeing.
We are using division. Interesting. This person thought about whether division was necessary or not. It was not.
Yeah, this is really interesting. It takes the first gold atom, sends it through the conduit, and throws it away. That is so funny. This looks like very much just a solve the puzzle solve.
Yeah, it does. Disposal in the assembly chamber was actually quite common.
Yeah, I can imagine.
When you have at 90 cost, I think it was. 90 cost or 100 cost. I think it happens a lot in 100 cost.
It would have been at 100 because I think the 90s were almost exclusively disposal in input chamber.
Well, I mean, you saw the optimal 90s. There were suboptimal 90s.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, interesting solve.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, no, it would be in that case it would be length 2 arm on a track in the output chamber with disposal then. Yeah. I was thinking of like length 1 arm in output chamber, but
no, yeah, because of you have a track. Some people decide to have that track in the output chamber. All right. Next up we have Dietmar, I think. No, I'll check that one out of the other metric. All right, Dietmar. It says GIC. I'm gonna use it. All right, this is the
gold
more normal looking solve where you take 2 quicksilver out of each gold, and then dispose the rest. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying 2 length arm assembly felt easier at 90G. I think I'm personally too used to cost solves that I don't think actually having a 2 length arm would be that much easier for me. I don't know. What do you think, Gooey?
Well, I mean, I think the difficulty with a length 1 arm is obviously that you've got the atoms are all next to the arm base, and so you've got to flip the product over or go like both ways around the bonder. So it takes a little bit more thinking about. So I can definitely see why, if your main concern is just like solving the puzzle at a reasonably cheap cost, you would go for length 2 arm in construction. But it just, like, to me, it just seems so obvious that you would want the length 2 arm in the, well, for disposal, and like you would want the disposal in the input chamber so that you can dispose while the other arm is building. That's just how I thought about it. But I can see why, if you're nervous about like just building the product in the first place, then you would want the slightly
length
more easy to use arm.
Yeah. And then, since that's already a length 2 arm, might as well put disposal in that chamber. But yeah. Next up we have in 113th Consultant Sorcerer. This one debonds first.
Oh, interesting track river there.
This is cheaper than the previous solve, but I do believe it's slower because that does not look like any.
Oh, that's neat. I like that. I like the way that it uses the shape of the track river to make the final bonds really easy. It just like takes a little trip.
Little speed bump. The speed bump that happens to bond the product correctly. But yeah, it does feel like quite inefficient in terms of the rejection, though. I feel like that could definitely have been done better.
Yeah, so something that a very low level optimization that you might think about is like here the arm 1 is taking the metal, putting it on the rejection glyph, taking it back off to get out of the way of the quicksilver. Whereas if you put the metal on the other, if you flip the glyph around
here, it probably would be much easier.
Yeah, or if you flip the glyph around, and so then
were
you
these the default positions of the conduits?
I think that one is in the default. It may be actually. I can't.
No, they
remember
aren't.
if it's
These conduits have been moved.
Okay, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, it just like things like minimizing the amount of grabs that you do, and well, the amount of times that you have to pick up and drop the atoms, and more efficient movement. Like obviously for a solve that is more oriented around just solving, that's not going to be so much of a consideration. But I mean, I do really like this output chamber. I think that it clearly identifies a reusable motif in the output, and it finds a convenient way of doing that.
Yeah.
Of making use of it.
Alright. Moving on, we have in 12th place, not 12th place, 112th place. That was Sonic.
And taking a bit of a metric drop to 12th place.
Alright, this is the 150G. I believe that's cheaper than the previous solution by 5 gold.
Yeah, 1 track segment fewer.
The notes say, not making it to top 50 on production week. Also, has the Twitch chat on stream been working? I haven't checked.
Yeah, it has. It just we haven't had people chatting for a while.
Yeah.
Everyone is just sort of
yeah,
basking
works fine,
in the majesty.
Heb says works fine, I think. Hi, Tessa. Anyways, this off.
Oh. This is another really nice. This is another really slick construction. Like very instruction efficient. Actually.
This is also a lot more efficient in terms of rejection.
Yeah, this is a nice, well planned out solve. I mean, it's obviously nowhere near min cost, but it's had some
quite convenient to program. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we have Fallen Healer at 140G. In 111th place. This one is a bit more finicky with the rejection. Interesting.
Oh, 3 arms.
We've replaced all the track with pistons. Actually, I think all the tracks were replaced with that extra arm too.
Yeah, it's been 2 pistons and yeah, the last solve was 2 pistons 4 track. This is 2 pistons plus regular arm.
Yeah. It's also got one less bonder. The previous solve had 2 bonders.
Oh yeah, and this is assembling. Oh, okay. I know. I was mistaken. I thought it was going to do like the 2 V's approach, but
no.
Well, it is, but it's a bit more finicky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're already seeing like the difference in approaches to building this this product. The most obvious ways to split it in half are either 2 lines of Quicksilver, Earth Quicksilver, or 2 V shapes.
Yeah. I think we refer to them as triangles on string, or tringles as an
tringles, of course. How can I forget?
As a certain Australian likes to call them.
Yeah. I mean, Kazian wasn't feeling very well, so he was mispronouncing the word on stream.
Tringles, yeah. Alright. Moving on, we have 110th at a 20 gold drop to 120G S Penguin.
Okay, so it's probably getting rid of the regular arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
2 pistons.
It's disposing 1 gold and then just using the 10.
This is a much more well thought out rejection glyph. Like, put the metal out of the way, just get all the Quicksilver off as quickly as you can.
It's also got a pretty clean assembly. People like their pistons. They make things easy to assemble.
Yeah, and it feels much less of a trap than in free space, because, well, I mean, yeah, pistons in where you have got limited space to swing and move about on track, the flexibility of a piston starts to be worth much more than its weight in Gilda.
Kosten. That sounds German. Alright. Next up, we have in 109th, also at 120G, Gerogio. I think we finally Gerog 10. Gerogio added. It's the same amount of pistons and reject. It's the same amount of glyphs and arms. The notes say Alpha Wolf Moment and ASCII art of a wolf howling.
No, I'm afraid this is a meow stream, not an awoo stream.
Sorry, no awoo here. You got a cat girl hosting your stream instead.
You have a cat girl and a blob of dark matter.
This one's rejecting to lead.
And it's throwing away the last quicksilver. Yeah, so the reason it does that is just simply because it doesn't take the metal off the rejection glyph before removing the fourth quicksilver. So if it removed the metal first, then it would have to put one fewer atom in the disposal.
Yeah.
So,
rejection is so trigger happy.
Yeah, it's a really interesting glyph. I really like that it has this unique interaction where it's taking stuff off the glyph which activates it rather than putting stuff on. Well, obviously putting stuff on the glyph activates it, but then taking quicksilver off lets it proc again. So you can, it can trigger quite quickly, but also there are clever ways to get around that by like putting another atom on the quicksilver side when you remove one, or it's finicky. It's got its own unique characteristics.
Yeah. The real first time you notice that feature is probably going to be Silver Dust in the campaign.
Yeah.
Like I fell for it twice.
Silver Dust. Yeah, working out how to do min cycle Silver Dust is you become very familiar with how this glyph works.
Yeah. I do like how it's basically just the opposite of projection.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's meant to be, but like functionally it's the same as well. You get one quicksilver every 2 cycles. Proxit once every 2 cycles.
Yeah, it's not quite the opposite of projection in that way. That projection you can project. Well, in normal play you can project once a cycle, and in overlap you can do it twice a cycle, can't you?
Can you? Oh, you can use twice. No, you can use projection twice a cycle, right? Once every cycle, right?
Yeah. Huh. So it's not quite the opposite of rejection.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, it has that similar feel to it. Anyway.
Next up, we have a Grape Jelly Singularity. Still 120 gold. Bit less instructions. A lot of the 120 golds we're gonna see the same motif, but this one rejects the copper instead. And was you gonna say?
No, I wasn't going to say anything in particular. I think this one, looking at it, it seems like the construction is more instruction efficient. There's less of the sort of swinging the product about all over the place.
That is much more. Yeah, that is a much more efficient construction. I also like how it deals with having the earth. No, that's just Quicksilver. Yeah.
So it's a smart place to put the like all of the things in the input chamber are arranged in a very logical way. Radially around the arm, in the sort of natural way that you think about. Okay, well, I'm going to debond the metal, put it on the rejection glyph, go back for the earth, put it through the conduit, put the quicksilver through the conduit. All very simple movements.
Yeah,
it's nice.
That's gonna be a lot of the stream. It's nice.
Yeah.
They're all gonna look very similar. Next up, we have 115 gold nitro in 107 place. Don't feel pressured to
promise I
have to say
will.
everything about any. Don't feel pressure to have to say something about every single solve. Sometimes it's just gonna look basically the same. But this is our first.
Oh, now
We've left the piston
this
realm.
yeah, this is my kind of solve. Now I like area. Area is a metric I like quite a bit. And of course pistons almost mandatory for area, but I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of pistons. I like getting rid of them when I can. So
Yeah.
I like seeing a solve without any pistons.
So we can see that it uses the double stick method for assembly instead here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other than that,
And length two arm on triangle track is one of my favorite things in this game. It's such a versatile thing for being so simple.
it just reminds me of what length 2 arm on a triangle track makes me think of is there was purification in this puzzle. Sometimes it's a elbow shape instead, though.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we have equals you equals at also 115 gold, but 114 instructions. This was
I was going to say it sounds.
triangles.
Yeah, I was going to say it. I expect that is one of the arms in the previous solve replaced by a piston. Because
the same cost.
Yeah, it's the same cost, but a piston, compared with like regular arm on 4-track, piston is probably going to be slightly more instruction efficient, just because it doesn't have to keep relocating just to get access to everything.
Yeah. We have the triangle track in the main chamber, in the assembly chamber now, though.
And we have a tringle track for a tringle solve.
Yeah, very tringle. Alright, next up we have Jay in 105th place. At 105 instruction, that's 9 less than the previous one. The notes say, I wanted to get this with only one debonder and with no tracks, but after trying for 2 minutes, I've declared it impossible. For these reasons, I assume this is not min. I would love to look at this more and fight it to death, but with the week of schoolwork I've been given, I cannot. So I'm gonna submit this and move on. Oh, this is half P. Wow.
Yeah,
I assume you were going to mention that.
Well, no, I was actually going to mention something much sillier, which is that the instruction count is the same as their placement. So much less interesting thing to say.
That feels like the quality commentary we have here on the appreciation stream. Anyway, this is half P. So for those of you who don't necessarily know what the P notation means, P, the number before P stands for how many products you do with each loop of the instructions.
Yeah, I mean, strictly speaking, it doesn't always correspond to you make exactly half of an output every tape loop, but what it does mean is that
you make
it takes
one every two.
You take two. Yeah, that's what it really means.
But in terms of this solve, I think it very much is just half.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very clear that they thought about it in terms of two identical halves. That was one of the things which made half P at very low cost tricky, min cost very tricky, is because you can no longer construct in pure halves like this. You have to get very the two halves that you split the product into end up not being the same shape.
Yeah.
Which makes it quite hard to think about.
All right. Next up, we have IB period. 110 G now. 131 instructions.
Yeah, getting down there.
3 arms, no pistons. And an extra bonder.
No, it's the same number of bonders as the previous solve.
Oh yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. The last solve was it one? Yeah, it was one piston, 2 bonders, arm on 3 track. This replaces the
Yeah, it was.
yeah, okay. No, sorry, I was wrong. It wasn't a piston. It was arm on 2 track and then arm on 3 track.
Arm on 3, yeah, arm on 3 track, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this solve, it's Trinkles.
I'm very, very simple. Just smack that thing on the 2 bonders.
Yeah.
It's done. No fuss required.
You could just flip it and reuse the other bonder, but this is more simple. It's easier.
Yeah. I'm at this point in being sort of totally brain infected with Opus Magnum that I see like 2 bonds happen on the same cycle like that, and I just hear a loud version of the bond noise happen in my head.
Click, click.
Yeah. It's an underappreciated part of this game, I think, is the sound design. I think it's very satisfying.
Yeah. I especially love sounds like picking up and dropping glyphs.
Well, and the debond. I actually really like the debonding noise. It's like a sort of noise. Yeah, it's good. Good game.
Right, next up.
We like this game in case you hadn't realized.
We like this game. Alright, next up we have the 103rd, 105G. This was the previous one.
So many of these names I've never seen before. It's just so cool to see so many new people.
New people, yeah. I mean, Hookery has been on the appreciation stream.
Oh no, I mean, of course, many of these people have been on, have participated in the early weeks, but I mean just to the tournament in general.
Oh yeah, just two tournaments in general.
Yeah, it's been years of. I mean, even as somebody who just like watched the tournament for several years before ever participating, you know, you get used to the same names showing up all over.
Yeah, like the good old Biggie, Pentapix, Rebix, Goodbye Galaxy, Mr. Puzzle.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even all the way down to down to the people who they never really optimize for anything, but they submit the puzzles. Yeah, 70 Storm.
70 Storm,
Trixie Kagami.
Yeah, and not Trixie Kagami this year, actually.
Old Faith. Yeah, I was kind of sad not to see her, but yeah, it's you get so used to a community being a certain size. Well, this is half P, by the way. We should mention, like, it's really cool to see.
It's doing double sticks. Our first 105G solve, it's half P already.
Yeah, this is fractional P is something that is so. I love that the game is complex enough to afford this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard for a game to be this to have this kind of conditional logic, but I love that it sort of just naturally emerges out of the.
This is also an easy puzzle to like learn how to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have. I believe this is half because the notes are way too long.
Sorry, Heb. Oh, we haven't been reading the notes.
There haven't been much notes.
Oh, there haven't been any, I see.
Yeah. The notes say layout. Garbage secondary and tertiary. Maybe garbage primary, who knows? Words. And it just continues like that.
Now, you mustn't think of it as worst in 100G, Heb. You have to think of it as first shown 100G. That's your consolation prize, is that you get to be on stream before anyone else at the same cost point.
We are already on like 10G above what we start to stream at.
Yeah.
A lot of stops are going to look similar from here.
We can maybe start speeding up then.
Yep. But yeah, oh yeah, these will mostly be the solves where there's a single arm on a track in the output chamber and a single arm on a track in the input chamber.
Yeah. There's not really much else that you can do at this cost, I don't think.
Well, you can use an arm in one chamber, piston in the other, I guess.
Yeah, you can replace the. Yeah, so you could have the same.
You can replace all the
You could
tracks with a
have
piston.
single arm, no track output chamber, and a piston on the input. But I have to assume that if anyone goes for 100G, they'll ditch a piston. I would
Oh
be
no.
quite surprised if we have
We
many
will see.
pistons at this price point.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I mean, I
by
didn't
the way.
say we won't have I didn't say we won't have any. I'll just say I'll be surprised if there were lots.
But yeah, at 100 in first place, we have Goose. At 155 instructions. 3 better than the previous one. Oh yeah, they're all looking quite similar. Once we get to half P, we'll talk about that. There's probably going to be half P. I think it might even be quarter P.
Or you could do 3 arms, I guess. 3 single arms at this cost as well.
True. This one does have an interesting construction order. It's like doing an elbow first.
This is what you have to do if you do a 1-arm no track solve.
But it has the track.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of interesting. Well, no, I mean, you don't have to do it this way, but
it makes it easy.
This is,
or I guess more efficient.
This kind of thing where you flip the whole product. Oh, yeah, you make an elbow and then you sort of insert things into the crook of the elbow. That's what you have to do when you're like juggling waste in the chamber at min cost. So it's, I don't know, it's really, because I spent the whole time solving this puzzle at 80G, and I never solved it at any lower costs than that. So I'm so familiar with what you have to do at 80G that seeing some of those same features at 100G, I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, you can do that too. All right, next up we have Jamu at 100th place, 100G. Wow. The notes
Crazybot really stole the show this week.
Yeah, and the notes say, man, I suck at G, sob emoji in all caps.
Yeah, single arm 2 bonders. Okay, I forgot this one as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of options at 100G. I don't know what I was talking about.
A lot of variations.
Something that's an interesting quirk of GI as well that I was finding is that normally if this were GC, what you would be doing is you'd be trying to maximize the amount of time that both of your arms are spending doing something.
Yeah, but in GI that doesn't matter quite as much.
No, and in fact it's to your detriment. You should only have the arm doing something if there is
just if it needs to.
Yeah, if it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, you're scoring worse. Yeah, because I was like, I was programming in my instruction table, and I was like, oh, all this dead time, I could do all of this useful stuff, and I was like, no, I can't. That's instructions. I can't afford it.
Also, that's an interesting layout for that's an interesting rejection setup.
Yeah, like having the dimer straddle the 2 glyphs like that while still fully bonded is very interesting.
Alright, next up we have, what is the username at 127 instructions?
Top 100, let's go.
100G at top 100. Oh, it has to go all the way around. Oh boy.
Oh my word. Around the world. It is kind of neat how it just sort of plops the second Earth right in there.
Whee! Otherwise, everything else is quite standard, in my opinion. That's a pretty standard rejection chamber. Have I meowed? Yes, I have meowed. I meowed at the beginning of the stream.
Oh, if the conduit were not next to the bonder, there would be so much less finagling involved, I think, in this.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
Right. Also, Biggie kept talking about how these chambers were hamburger shaped, and now I can't stop thinking about how they're
I don't think he's
hamburger shaped.
I don't think she said they were hamburger shaped. I think autocorrect was just turning chamber into hamburger.
Oh, I see. I see. But then
they
she
kinda
started saying
are.
hamburger.
Yeah, but then she
without-
just started
yeah,
saying hamburger.
yeah. I mean, I say as somebody who I think I've never eaten a hamburger in my life, actually.
You haven't? How?
Well, I mean, I'm vegetarian and I
Oh,
don't like
true.
fast food, so yeah.
Yeah. Have you always been vegetarian?
No, but oh no, I must be lying. I'm quite sure I ate a hamburger when I was little at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ever came in one of these because this is like the shape of the cardboard containers that a hamburger comes in. I think.
That is true. It looks like the takeout box, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, this is Don Hamon at 98th place at 115 G. Not 115 instructions. 12 instructions better. Morokonda says it's actually quite funny that the optimal input chamber for both 90G and 10R is the same cost. Shoutouts to 50G input hamburger.
I don't think that's not.
Is it?
That's not true.
No,
No,
because,
it's not the same.
No,
cost.
because the rejection is moved to the other chamber.
Oh, yeah, but that's not. Oh, yeah. No, you are right. You are right. Of course.
That's 20 Gs
Yeah,
moved to the other chamber and an extra arm in
it's
the
20
input
G.
chamber.
Yeah, the optimal input chamber is debonder, single arm, multi arm. Yeah, that's the same cost. I'm being very slow today. I'm sorry.
No, I had to think about it too because it's not the same glyphs, but it is just happens to be the same cost. Alright, next up we have Nightshine. 108 instructions. Piston. We did talk about it. The notes say, I consider this a par solve. I don't think having more track to engage with the waste meadow is going to solve the problem, so it might be min primary. It is not min primary.
Emphasis on the word might.
Might, yeah. We do get to see here the one arm assembly of the one arm no track assembly of the product. I really do enjoy having the alternate soundtracks in the puzzles in the custom puzzles.
So nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the track. I think that the custom puzzles have always previously had, which is called the Transmutation Engine. I love that track. It's really good, but it does get a bit old when you've listened to it for thousands of hours.
It does. It gets tiring to listen to. This is nice.
Although there have been times where I've made a custom puzzle and then been like, oh no, I don't like the track that it's randomly chosen for this puzzle, which it will now permanently have, does not match the puzzle, so I have to then delete and remake the puzzle to get a
copy and
range.
delete the different one. But when you upload it to Steam, it's gonna change it again.
No, but it's just for when I'm solving the puzzle. I don't care about what anyone else is.
Hi Iris. No, we started late today.
Yeah, it's so that I could be on. It's exclusively for my convenience.
It's mostly also because I got off work like an hour ago.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. But yeah.
Isn't it EP hours for best? I am awake. I am thriving.
Does that sound like the voice of someone who's thriving to you?
I am thriving. I am in my lane.
Unbothered.
Moisturized. When I think of that meme, I think of the version with a cat in the bathtub.
There are so many versions. I'm afraid I can't say that I'm familiar with that particular one.
Yeah, so note say some Gigabrain is going to solve this with a single arm and 3 instructions.
Okay, well, okay, that's obviously not going to work. But I mean, yeah, there was some Gigabrain stuff that happens.
It was rejection
But,
in the output chamber. What? But yeah, output rejection. Interesting. Alright. Next up, we have Mikulius at 103 instructions. Playing Pokemon Pocopia.
oh, my condolences. I have a lot of friends who've had their personal lives completely destroyed
Oh,
by
boy.
Pocopia.
Mine has
No,
been sucked in by Slay Spire, too.
God, yeah, no, it's Slay the Spire 2 and Pocopia. I mean, I to be honest, I'm lucky I have the Opus Magnum Tournament to be obsessed over, because otherwise I would be
Which one would you be playing?
in danger. Sorry?
Which one would you be playing, Spire or Pocopia?
It would probably Slay the Spire, but to be honest, I actually no, maybe I shouldn't say this.
I love the multiplayer. It's fun. When playing it
Yeah,
with
I mean
friends.
the multiplayer is fun. The little of it I've played has not immediately grabbed me the same way that the first one did.
Yeah.
I think I also just have in general less. I just game less these days. I don't quite have the same
Yeah.
temperament for it anymore.
I've actually not played that much Slay the Spire 2. I consume a lot of Slay the Spire 2 content, but I actually haven't played that much myself. I just haven't had the time. It feels like such a commitment to do a whole run.
Mm-hmm.
I can usually beat the run, but like, it takes a lot of time. I like the game. It's certainly still early access, though, you can tell.
Yeah.
It's not really quite balanced enough yet, like the standards you would expect from Slay the Spire. It's getting there, though. I trust Metacrit. Mega crit. Anyways, there are no notes. This is also everything in the output chamber except for the input entity bonder. This is like the least you can have in the input chamber. Alright, next up we have Tessa. Tessa's been in the chat. Notes say, I never appreciated how fast my interests cycle until this week, where I suddenly found myself playing anything other than Opus Magnum. Hit me up to play Slay the Spire 2, by the way, eyes emoji. We were just talking about that.
The brain rot is real. The brain rot is real.
But anyways, this is hefty.
Have saying they can't comprehend how people do half P with one arm in a production chamber. I mean, the one I think this is possibly, like Biss said, one of the easiest or most approachable tournament puzzles there could ever be for fractional P, because all you need for a conditional is one arm and a bonder, and you can already do some quite sophisticated stuff. You know, like if you put something on the bonder, if there's something already there, then it'll be bonded. And now you've got a molecule that's a different shape from if there was nothing there. And you know, just start thinking from there. Like in the universe where there was something on the bonder, what would the arm be holding now? What could I do with it? And how does that differ from when there's just a single atom there? And you know, from there, it takes a bit of getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's such a powerful and it's a fun tool to use conditional logic in this game.
The process here is make the half, make the half output, and then if it didn't output, there's still something there. So put that where you want it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're seeing two different kinds of conditionals here, and I think actually this is not really using a bonding conditional at all. This is entirely output conditional.
Yeah.
Because
If
yeah,
it output, that means something else. No, nothing is there anymore, and it operates on that logic. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Captain Idget. By halves. Oh, I like how it just passes the... It holds on to the metal before disposing it. No grab drops needed.
Yeah. It's kind of like obviously very different sort of context, but it's a bit like watching some of Jin Yu's very optimized cost solves where he'll like go for an extraordinary length of time without dropping something that the arm is holding, because it just wastes too much time to be dropping and grabbing and dropping and grabbing.
Yeah, grab drops waste instructions. They also waste cycles. You want to try to minimize grab drops. Otherwise, pretty standard solve. Next up, we have at 72. Oh, that one's also just half P, by the way.
Nice and clean half P.
Yeah. Alright. Next up, we have No Longer Breathe In. These are all half P solves coming up, I think.
Yeah, looks like it.
The notes say, I tried to remove the track in the product chamber, but there wasn't enough room. I think Minji is 90, but it's too hard for me. Oh boy. Oh, you innocent soul.
Yeah, it's so interesting. We're in a brief little run of half P souls, and then it's going to go back to 1P for a while, and then then when we get to min plus 10, it's going to be exclusively fractional P for a long time.
You would have thought half P was harder to wrap your head around. It seems to be relatively simple for this puzzle in particular. At least most of the new players are seeing it. Next up, we have Guilty Bystander. 65 by. No notes.
It's a pretty big drop.
It's got 2 bonders. It also has a rejection output chamber.
Something I think about when I'm watching cost solves as well is one of the things that legendary cosplayer Pentapig has on many occasions said in his solution titles is that a length one arm can do anything. And I I always like thinking that in my when I'm watching these. I was like, wow, yeah, a length one arm really can do anything.
You can't do lubricating filament though.
Okay, it can't do everything.
It's still so sad that just 2 of the polymer puzzles in the journal just can't be done at 1 arm, no track.
Yeah, but it's like you watch like Warp Fuel Minji.
Yeah.
It's like maybe a length one arm can do anything. We can learn a lot from length one arms.
Next up we have Person Dry at 90G.
Oh boy, it's the 90Gs.
90th at 90G.
Wow, we hit 100 almost exactly at... I think we did hit 100 at 100G, didn't we?
No, we started 100. No, it was already 100 for a bit.
Oh, it was 102 was the first.
Yeah. But this is 90 at 90th. Well, 100th was still 100G though. Anyways,
Oh, this makes sense. This makes sense. I was thinking, gosh, I'm surprised so many people had like single arm no track in output chamber, but no, you can have the two arm on. You can have the arm on the track with disposal and
yeah.
the bond in the output chamber. That makes it much more approachable.
Yeah, that's why I said there's a lot of solves that have the disposal in the output chamber. This is the solves that have the disposal in the output chamber. Alright. Next up we have 175 Eye Flames. The notes say, I think this is theory main cost. Unless someone managed to fit a waste chain in here. No idea how to optimize for GI though, lol. Oh yeah. So some people think waste and imagine it has to be a waste chain. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, in general, if you see a puzzle, a cost puzzle with waste, you should always be thinking about, okay, but do I need to dispose of it? Like,
yeah, especially in
there
a
are some
tournament
puzzles where,
setting.
yeah.
Because you know the hosts have something
Yeah.
up their sleeve. They're not just gonna... Oh, I really like the earth block. The earth blocks the the earth prevents the accidental rejection of the copper from happening. In this song.
Oh yeah, I hadn't noticed. That's neat.
Right, next up we have Hamster Lover. Min cost, probably. Yeah, we see all the people who think this is min cost. This is similar to another previous 100G solve we've seen. The notes say, I realized pretty early that doing disposal on the output side would let me put track there and give me more ability to maneuver with the large molecule, but it still took me a while to figure out a layout/order of bonds that would work. Secondary is entirely unoptimized and there's probably a more cycle/instruction efficient way to rotate the product before the last bond. Still, unless I missed anything, I expect cost solves to converge on something similar to this layout, but maybe doing something fancy with instructions. Well, there's something fancy with instructions called half P.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Mara, about the fact that the simple top 50 cutoff does mean that some of the things that we're used to happening in previous years, where you get to see a much bigger variety of approaches.
Yeah.
All the way down to first, like that doesn't happen now. The problem, I think, would come from the fact that I don't know, I just feel like it wouldn't sit right to people to have, maybe if people in the top like 20 were not shown, then it would start to feel a little bit like people putting in a whole lot of effort for very little gain. I mean, being acknowledged on stream is like half of the fun.
Yeah, this is why I'm doing
I don't know.
these
It's a difficult
streams.
logistical problem. Yeah.
But if we ever get like double the submission count of this, I can't.
And I think also the reason why Goodbye Galaxy's 18R got shown was partly because of hubris.
Partly, yeah. Also, just it was mostly because we just wanted to show an 18R. I might as well show the best.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Alright, next up, we have Julot saying instructions is a bad metric. The notes say, pretty happy I got a solution working with what I think should be min cost. I'm completely hopeless on how I would ever approach instructions, especially as a secondary metric. 100% so, oh well. We'll deal with 161 instructions. This is a input disposal. It's not a Celeste communitor.
A Celestite.
A Celestian.
hey, you guys like strawberries? Is that right? That's a thing.
You Celestials enjoy strawberries, right? Alright, next up, we have Buggy Code. In 86 with 156 instructions. Now we're back to output disposal. I feel like the interesting thing to manage with output disposal is like which metals come through and when.
Yeah, and also it's just because you have a length 2 arm in there now, it's managing your access becomes a more interesting challenge.
Yeah. Apparently it's been easier than for some people, but like the access points are a bit less intuitive.
Yeah, I mean it has more access than a length 1 arm on the same amount of track.
Yeah, but
so
it's just harder to picture in the head, like where exactly those access points are. Whereas with a single arm, it's just the 6 hexes around you.
Yeah, and they're not all contiguous. It's interesting to be thinking about like channels or what I would call cosets in a production environment. That's not something that normally comes up.
Yeah.
But
all right. Next up, we have Rosa. Clusterfgold. Copy, copy, mirrored, mirrored, copy, mirrored, copy. Only the last copy is real, because that one is in lowercase. The notes say, unless I'm missing something silly, I think this is min. Reaching this wasn't too much of a hassle. Pause here to give the viewers a moment to remark on the submission name. So it's definitely going to come down to secondaries and tertiaries, and I don't really know what I do to optimize for them here, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm afraid we weren't born yesterday, Rosa. We know you put those copies in there. But yeah, I mean, it's been said many times before, but the common rule of thumb of things like this is if you are not sure you've got min primary, you don't have min primary, almost certainly.
Yeah, at least when it comes to cost.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because
well, nobody knows if they have min primary.
Well, yeah. But I mean, when it comes to cost, it's like, well, you either have the provable or as close to provable as makes no difference minimum amount of stuff needed to solve the puzzle, or you don't. And yeah,
there are rare cases where access to bonds makes a puzzle
yeah, because
impossible.
there was a long time where people thought like, was it Celestial Thread min cost? They thought it was not possible.
Yeah. I mean, there's also like just
so
like I mentioned before, lubricating filament.
Yeah.
And the other one that I don't quite remember, buoyant cable.
Yeah.
Those are harder to prove that you're not at min, or you are at min. Who knows? Maybe they aren't at min. Right. Next up, we have not great. Cost OM clone.
As appropriate.
It's OM clone in lowercase. That was actually done in OM clone.
Yeah. It was not great that made OM clone, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So they kind of just solve everything into OM clone now.
Yeah. There was a couple of puzzles last year that I finally taught myself how to, started to use OM clone for, and I was like, oh my god, this is so convenient.
I still haven't used OM clone. My main interaction with OM clone is the submission website where you can preview solutions with OM clone.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks how the Earth blocks the conduit. when the medal is there.
Mhm.
Alright, next up we have Mika in 83rd and 129 instructions. That's quite a big drop in instructions. Is this happy? Oh, it is. The notes say, having recently read Biggie's cost optimization blog, I did the analysis. Admin cost, the chamber with the input must have a length one arm to reach both sides of the debonder. The arm in the chamber with the output has to reach both sides of the bonder, so no disposal glyphs. Well, after trying min cost for a bit, I realized I didn't quite have the skill to manage a brick of waste with no track, so I added one. Now I might as well have an arm of length 2 to have more access points. Yay! That solution came in at 1,002 instructions. I named the solution the Waste Beckons. Soon, though, I was reminded of the existence of the trash glyph, and what do you know, now I can make a solution that loops, and even one that loops twice per product. This is what you see here. I did not try to optimize for instructions much after that, as I'm already happy with it for my first ever tournament submission. Welcome to the tournament. I'm actually looking forward to seeing some crazy people manage a brick of waste with no track, but if it turns out it's actually impossible, I am at min cost, and I'm scoring really well.
Now that's I have to appreciate the fact that Mika obviously understood very well what this puzzle needed, and was it was a case of, well, I'm not really up to that challenge, so I'm going to settle for something a little bit more
to do
appropriate.
it, but
Yeah,
I know it
I mean,
happens.
I have done that. I have definitely done that before.
Yeah, no,
Being like,
same.
well, I know that better is possible. I just can't do it, so I'm just gonna not be a perfectionist about this.
That's me on most
so,
actual cost puzzles in free space. I'm like, latch hook fireworks? Yeah, this is possible with no access everything, but I ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give Zorflax the satisfaction.
I don't have the time to do that shit. Leave it to Rebix. Apparently Rebix did it in an hour.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's the sort of thing that once you get used to this kind of thing, you sort of like you learn what to look out for, like what the restrictions are going to be. I mean, yeah.
Honestly, Rebix's solution is great because it's also like zero waste.
Yeah.
The latch hook.
Yes. I really like those ones. Obviously, in the end, making like a permanent brick to duplicate off ended up being better, but Rebix's ones were...
I imagine if I actually made a min cost solution, would have been like the wasteless ones, because I don't like dealing with waste in free space. It's a pain, especially when everything's already half access. No access.
That's a completely different puzzle. Although, if people here haven't seen it, go look up Latch Hook Fireworks. Very fun tournament puzzle.
Alright, next up.
Just go look at the whole Zorflax tournament, to be honest. Banger.
Look at all the tournaments, they're all great. I don't think there's been many tournament misses, honestly.
Oh no, the 2022 one was a bit...
2022, what's that? A.
Nah, it's good.
Alright, we have 129 instructions. 1P. We're back to 1P. We have Stack Babber. I was still trying to think who 2022 was. I keep forgetting that I'm 2022. You weren't even there. You just saw the streams.
I know,
though,
right?
I
wasn't. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I've actually been watching the tournament streams since Biggie's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was watching Pentapig win Biggie's tournament when it was current. I never participated.
That's the first tournament that was streamed.
Yeah.
Well, not so much streamed. Biggie made the showcase videos post like a few days after.
Yeah. I suppose it's not true to say it was necessarily current, but no, I was a day one player. I just never interacted with the community. I didn't even know there was a community. I found
out from the Reddit that tournaments existed, and I joined the first one I could.
I was never on Reddit. I was a Tumblr girly.
Because, like, when you look up Opus Magnum, we look Opus Magnum, insert puzzle name here, the Reddit pops up. Like when you want to see how others did their solutions, and like I used to just check the Reddit a lot for that reason, and then that's where I found out the community. Found out about the community.
Yeah, I think I had a very non-traditional route into this kind of serious Opus Magnum, in that I was a day one player, but then I actually spent the most of my time playing Sigmar's Guard.
I still don't have that achievement.
I was in the 3rd and 4th year of my master's degree, and I was like, Sigmar's Garden is just about the level of like, I'm thinking about so much else. We can probably move on to the next solution, by the way.
Yeah, we can move on to the next solution and keep yapping. This one isn't going to be much different.
I was expending so much brain power on my master's thesis. I was like, I need something nice and simple just to take my mind off things. So I got my 100 Sigmar's Guard wins. And did not really interact with the community at all.
Yeah,
I knew who Pentapig was because of the tournament.
Yeah, I found about the 2021 tourney, but by the time I found out about it, it was like just ended. So during the 2020, no, 2019, 2020, I found out about the 2020 tournament, and then I just like right after it ended, so I couldn't participate. So like afterwards, I joined the 2021 tournament, and after that, I was like, hey, I want to host a tournament, and they let me.
Yeah.
They let this random cat girl online host the 2022 tournament. I was a new player to the 2021 tournament. Imagine, like, I don't know, like, Love Math Boy hosting the next tournament.
I can see it, to be honest.
Morokonda says, did you ever win a metric? Me? No, I came second to Grimmy on Cycles. Oh no, I want Area and the Zorback puzzle, local anesthetic.
And you would have won if you had spotted the cost save as well. It's kind of heartbreaking to watch.
Well, I mean, I got my win eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost a Shadow Cluster, but Shadow Cluster doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, it was that was in Zorflax tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Zorflax tournament, local anesthetic. Yeah.
That's a good puzzle. Multi-bonder for the win.
Next up, an 80th, the Bookworm. We're still at 1p. The notes say 80G is almost certainly possible, but after a few hours of effort, I couldn't find it. So here's a mid-90G solve instead. Wastage and production puzzle is brutal. So down here, we see the people that know 80 existed, but tried and failed.
So this is Heartbreak Valley.
Yeah. And it's more prominent here at more instructions, because it's the people who tried and failed and didn't have time to instructions optimize anymore. Like, in the mainstream, we have people who assumed 90 is minimum, and then optimize hard on those instructions, and that's why they made it, made it that high. But if you spent so much time looking for an 80G and just didn't find it, you don't really have much time or energy to do the instructions optimizations as well.
Yeah.
Next up, we have in 79th, saying add 122 instructions by Jireki. I think that's a new submitter. The notes say, no idea how to optimize instructions, but at least I got it in 2 arms. It do be 2 arms. Hookery is asking you if you want to say what you mastered in.
Mathematics.
Damn.
My master's thesis was on algebraic geometry.
This community is full of nerds. I believe Mr. Puzzle is actually a math professor.
Yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised. Either that or a computer science.
But then we have people like Goodbye Galaxy was a film major.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. Like I did a master's in mathematics, and then all of my professional work was in creative writing.
Yeah, true.
So, you never know where life will take you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, yeah.
I'll move on to the next offers before we respond to that. Next
Yeah.
up, we have Video Cake at 1p. 121 instructions. It's just one instruction better than the previous one. Minor saves. The notes say, I wish I had more time to optimize this. I only managed to tie this with the glyph projection in the other chamber. Ah, yes, projection.
What is the secret source? I can't find it. I have had this feeling while playing tournament puzzles so many times. It's so heartbreaking to know that there is source and know that you don't have it.
That's the thing about tournament puzzles. They were designed with the metrics in mind. So usually there's some kind of sauce in there somewhere.
Well, except when they weren't. Looking at you, Haxton week 5, was it?
What was Haxton week 5? Wait, which puzzle was it?
It was the mecha puzzle.
There is no sauce. There is only pain.
Yeah, that one was not designed for its metric at all.
Oh no, it was. We just thought cost masochists are cost masochists. And they sure did the cost masochist thing, and they sure did solve it.
Right. It's interesting. People sort of trying to attribute background and stuff to like success in the game, and I mean I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, if I am any good at this game, it's because I have so much good reference material and have learned from actually good players how to play this game. Like
once you reach the tippy top, it's really, well, as we can see, it's who has a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah, and that too. I do unfortunately have an abundance of time.
Like Rebix, who he himself said that he has an unemployment buff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I would never say that Rebix's performance is entirely due to the amount of time he has to spend. Because
but
Rebix is just an absolute beast.
But like when like among the top people, it usually comes down to who has the most time. But you have to be like the top people first. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Cheap Thing by the Coding Cube 77 at 112 instructions. The notes say, didn't try to hard optimizing for secondary, but it should be min for the cost. I guess we still occasionally see people who think 90 is the minimum. Love Math Boy says confirm time. Can confirm time is a cheat code. Did that a week ago and it worked. Oh yeah, with the distance metric. The thing with like to be good at the game, it's really more about being able to iterate through things faster and just knowing the tips and tricks that people have laid down before in the past.
Yeah.
So,
although for something like the distance metric, I think that one did come down a lot more to just how do you understand the fundamentals of how this game works, not necessarily like what are the best strat, what are the cool tricks and so on, but it's a thing of like how well do you know your geometry, how well can you think in terms of time constraints and so on. And
that's
obviously
the kind
Love Math Boy, you were really good at that.
That's the kind of puzzle I expect Biggie to be good at too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But then we also have the people who are just very good at the standard puzzles. Like I would say what was this? Sergi D. Sergi D is very much a very good at standard puzzles type of person.
Yeah. Soji's been talking a lot about not really having the time and therefore not wanting to play so much. I mean, obviously nowhere near as good. I can sort of understand the sentiment because like what you're competing. You wanna feel like you're having a crack
Yeah.
at the actual at the
At
the
big...
top spots. And if
Well,
you
I
don't
mean,
have
Sir
the time to
GB
really,
got the top spot last year.
yeah.
Alright. Moving on.
Yeah. I think Rebix is definitely early favorite to win this year.
Oh yeah, certainly. We have
I mean,
111
especially with
instructions. YX Web. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm doing such a bad job of talking about the things that are actually on screen now.
No, don't worry, we're yapping. It's yapping time. There's not really that much change between these solutions, I'll be honest. I guess that means we could be able to just move through them faster. But yeah. This is every so often we sometimes just Ooh, conduit phase?
No, it wasn't. No, sorry.
No.
No, I missaw. No, I've been casually looking out for our first example of conduit phasing, and I might have already missed it, but
maybe. But yeah, this has I mean, to have conduit phase, you would need rejection output chamber, and this certainly is one of those things. But yeah.
Oh yeah, if you have a wasteless solve, there's basically no reason to use conduit phasing.
Yeah. I mean, this can here because it's got the rejection in the main solve, and it's got solves will all have waste. There is always waste. You can just dispose of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we have Huyu. 111 instructions. Also 111 instructions, goddamn. Also at 411 cycles. Like, this is like
it's one of the best.
This is the problem with like this many submitters. There's really not that much different between solutions.
Yeah.
It's hard to find like where the cycles are shaved, but if I had to guess, it's probably rejection input chamber. There's a more even workload between the arms.
Yeah, and taking all 4 Quicksilver off one of the medals is
oh yeah, that's also faster.
Yeah, less movement required.
Next up we have a game crash, apparently.
Oh no.
Oopsies.
No, that is a novel.
I haven't played in the main game in forever. I was jump scared by the redirect to the oh no, your game crash website.
Yeah, wow, that hasn't happened in a vanilla game for me for a very long time.
Yeah, it's most likely I have solution swapping too fast. Anyways, this is Slapdrill. Let me Alright, stream is... We're back. Anyways, this is rejection main chamber again. Rejection output chamber. The solution was too powerful. Usually it happens when a solution swap too fast. I need to make sure that doesn't happen.
You transitioned too suddenly.
Yeah.
The game got confused. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing?
Alright, next up. Well, I mean, this solution is fairly standard, I'll be honest. Yeah. Next up, I have, actually, were there notes for the previous solve? Oh, there were. Alright, I'll go back. The notes say, there's certainly enough space to forgo disposal in this track. Here. 4 spare metals in input chamber, 8 in construction chamber. You just need to do production waste. You just need to do production waste.
What could be simpler?
Next up, we have in 73rd, Foxy Haze. I've been seeing a lot of rejection main chamber, actually. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, something that I know I suffer from a lot is I will often solve the puzzle one way the first time, and then it takes a very long time and a lot of effort to meaningfully solve the puzzle in a different way. And
You get tunnel vision.
yeah, and then seeing the results is always such an eye-opener, because it's like you realize, oh, there actually were so many different ways to approach this puzzle. If I just seen some of these, and often it's like, well, this way was obviously worse, so that's why I didn't look at it. But sometimes it's like, well, oh, if I'd only seen this, then I would have realized
that.
this. Yeah. And it's a constant struggle. I tell myself every time, you mustn't tunnel vision. Keep
Hard
an
not
open
to.
mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really does sometimes come down to just like, what is your first attempt? What does that look like? And it's getting consistent enough that your first attempt is a promising one.
Alright, next up we have Gigi-Go. 103 instructions. Teleport the goal.
Gigi-Go is a Space Camp player.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's right. Yeah. Well, Brookie is also a Space Camp player. Former tournament.
True.
Host. I feel bad that I have Space Chem is I've played TIS 100 and I like it quite a bit, although I'm not the best at it. Space Chem I just don't, for some reason I just don't get on with Space Chem. I feel bad because I haven't appreciated it. I know there's some really cool stuff that you can do in Space Chem.
Yeah, for sure, but I haven't been able to get into it.
I just find the interactions are so complicated. Like, I look at the reactors that some of the souls have, and I'm just like, I can't even pass the visuals of this. Whereas, I miss my pretty marbles.
my pretty marbles.
My marbles go spinny.
MK testing. At this point, the over 50 almost fits the podcast format, to be honest, with solves in the back. Yeah, sorta. I mean, there isn't really that much to talk about with these solves. Yeah. We haven't seen the famed conduit phasing yet, I think. Oh, there it is. Conduit phasing spotted.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
The prize goes to
Carlton and half P. It's also a half P solve. We haven't seen these in a while.
Yeah, I think from now on, or soon, we're going to hit the point where fractional P becomes permanent.
Yeah, why does it have to be, why does a conduit phase? Why is it sending the silver back? Like, here and then back? I guess that just gets it out of the way faster, maybe? You don't have to rotate to the,
Yeah, I think it's to save rotating the metal onto the unbonder, then going back for the Quicksilver, and then picking the metal back out. Yeah, I think it is just to save rotation
the extra
on
instruction. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, that is a kind of consideration that will be, that people, even at min cost.
If you're a half P, you're thinking of instructions, and that's a shame that you would want to do.
I mean, I still don't think it's really necessary. I mean, the time where conduit phasing starts to become almost mandatory is when you're starting to juggle lots of waste, and you need
and we're not going to see that on this stream.
A consistent way of passing atoms, or getting atoms past each other. I mean, the conduit is like, it's like an extra dimension of movement that you can pass atoms through in order to get them around each other.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to see that.
No.
Unless somebody did wasteful 90G, but I doubt it at this low instructions. Alright, next up we have 42 Genus 42, a half P. The notes say, half P. Standard 1P with slightly more I at around 107 instructions or so, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Also, I'm still not totally convinced 90G is min gold, but it seems it must be, at least with the input and product in separate chambers. Last minute total reprogramming of the left chamber managed to reduce the instructions from 101 to 99. Worth noting that if you make 2 Vs of 3 atoms each and connect them, similar to here via half P, there seems to be no way to get the final bond on as the molecule is fully made and too big to twist all the way around to the side where the final bond needs to be made, at least all the ways I tried it. If that way worked, you'd save many instructions. Maybe I missed how? I have no idea what 42G is 42 is referring to that with the 2 V's though. Is there really no way to like twist it around? That's not right. I think we've seen it several times, right?
Yeah, I have to be honest. I'm not entirely clear what they're talking about.
I think what you really need to do is just maybe move this further here, and then you have this face to flip. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a bit of a stream slideshow at the moment, so it's also kind of hard to follow.
All right, let me. It should be somewhat better now, or soon. Never mind, it was dropping frames again. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's still struggling a little bit. It might be. I mean, it might be my internet as well. But,
no, it's. I can check the amount of kilobits per second that's been sent. And if that's red, that's my problem. All right. Next up, we have Chimil. New submitter. Still not sure what a goal is. The notes say, first time submitting. Really enjoyed the puzzle and I'm pretty happy with my solution. We shall see how it does. Hey, you got 6-9 though. This is 69.
Had to be said. That's the funny number.
Yeah, at half P we're seeing less of. I guess these half P solves aren't quite doing it in halves. I guess they sort of are. I guess they sort of are.
And it's because.
But it's not like building one half, put it aside, and then build the other half, and then connect them together.
Yeah. It's because with one arm and a bonder, you have to flip the thing over. The bonding configuration means you can't just do it in 2 lines. Or 2 V's. You have to find a way of meaningfully distinguishing between the product when it's half.
I guess that's what 42G is 42 meant in the previous solve. You can't just build 2 halves and slap them together with the flip. Alright, next up we have at 68, Ascension.
Oh yeah, hi, welcome to the tournament, Trimmel. Well done. Yeah. If this isn't min cost, laugh at me. Well, we're not going to laugh at you.
Well, I just laughed.
Biz just said we weren't going to laugh at them.
Anyways, the notes say, I'm 99.9% sure that you need the track. Unless I did get min cost, I'm happy with the solution because this is my first time trying to optimize instructions. It certainly saves on instructions. This is a half P.
We're almost at G and I parity.
Soon, I is gonna go below G. There's Ascension in chat. Yeah, I will say min cost is not easy for this puzzle, and if you're not familiar with tournaments and the shenanigans that we get up to, you would like easily think that you need the disposal.
Yeah, I mean, I said several times, I think this puzzle, out of all of the ones so far, this tournament has had the biggest new player debuff, and that's partly because it's production, and partly just because of the puzzle itself. There are lots of peculiar things in production that if you don't know about, you are already at a disadvantage. And then for cost especially, it's like if you don't know about conduit phasing, I think the puzzle is basically impossible to solve. At min cost anyway, and then if you've never seen like a min cost with waste juggling before, then it can be very easy to miss.
They are all available on leaderboards, but it's
yeah
you have to know
doing
which
your
puzzles.
homework is very comes recommended.
ADG's conduit phasing, it has to pass the waste around.
Yeah, because you end up with well,
I mean, I don't know
certainly
about
in the
have
approach
to,
that
but it certainly helps.
Certainly in the approach that I and a lot of people used, you end up with when you have the last product that you're building, you have so much waste that it becomes difficult to impossible to find any way of getting the product atoms around the waste without using conduit phasing. Yeah, maybe it is not required in every method, but
conduit phasing is a very convenient way for admins to go, oh, moving past you.
Oh, and conduit phasing was mandatory for min rate. Like that is not debatable.
For min rate certainly, but for like 12R it still wasn't necessary.
Well,
I think.
Yeah.
Well, min R was 9. And you had a conduit phase back waste for that.
Yeah. I mean you needed it for 10.
Anything below 12 you need it, I think. No, that's not true. Morganda said it was the minimum was 10.4 if you return to lead.
Yeah.
It was 10.4, 10 point something. We'll talk about that when we get to rate. Anyways, we have Charlie Creston at 6'7". 2 arms. Chilling in a production puzzle. 1 chamber apart because they're not gay. The notes say, thoroughly convinced 90G is min. Very nearly overlooked the possibility for trackless lower chamber. I'm still not good at trackless solving, but I hope my 2-for-1 gimmick pushes my score a little lower. Oh yeah, this is the 2-for-1. And by that, it means half P. It's a copper dispose. Copper dispose seems to be most of the solves, right? Or have we been looking at disposing tin for a while now? Copper dispose makes sense for half P. Because it's like, you build a half. And half of the product includes like 2 quicksilver.
Yeah, 18 over 5 times 3 is, I think, 10.8. Is that right? That's 1.8.
I'm not doing math on stream.
That's 3.6 times 3, which is 9. Plus 1.8. Yeah, that's 10.8. So I think that's 10.8R is what Mora was saying was min without using conduit phasing.
Yeah. Next up we have Amaranth.
1/6 P. I highly doubt it. We don't have any 1/6. The smallest fraction we have is 1/4 P.
Yeah, we will see.
It's a quarter P.
Alright, the notes say, after submitting this, I tried like 7 other ideas, but none of them worked for one reason or another. I'm sure at least one of them is possible, and I've just missed how. So not expecting much, but hopefully decent for... hopefully this is decent for what's trying to do. That's like the vaguest notes I've ever read. I tried ideas. They didn't work. I hope one was possible, and I just missed how.
I mean...
I wonder what it was that you tried and failed to do.
I don't know. I think the notes speak for themselves.
Speak for themselves. Well, the one quarter solve that we did see on stream was just arms not resetting.
Yeah, it was really a 1/2 P without with arms
flailing around
parity
for every other
loop.
yeah.
Yeah, I think really the fractions that this puzzle lends itself to are
I mean,
really
we
only
might
one
see
half.
some actual 1/2p. Because I know there are more 1/2p solves that we might see.
Oh, you mean
Ne-
what, 1/4 p?
Yeah, 1/4.
Some actual 1/4s.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not out of the realm of possibility. There's stuff you can do with like pivoting the input,
Mm-hmm.
I think, which might let you do a quarter, but then I'm not even sure how that would save you instructions. So
Yeah. Next up, we have Shavor. At 85 instructions.
oh, my first tournament. Wow, well done. This is not the not the easiest thing for your first tournament. Well, they don't say the first tournament puzzle, but
yeah, first tournament GIC.
Yeah. I think in any other year, this would be a very this would be a I don't know.
Solve. It
Well,
would
yeah,
certainly make
it's a
top 50
respectable
any
solve
other year.
anyway. Yes, it would be. I mean, it's not quite true to say that you you just renormalize the positions to how many people there are. So, but still,
Yeah.
It's really good to see so many new people coming in at a very respectable standard for the first tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I say when I'm not thinking about how scary it is, because it is kind of scary.
It is. All right, next up we have Sockboy. 83 instructions. All these minor shaves. All the shaves are much more important this tournament. They can so easily cost you a placement. I do like the half-axis rejection idea that I think we've already been seeing for a while, but I haven't pointed out.
Yeah, I was surprised. Biggie was really thrown off by this in the Minji Souls. She was convinced that having full access. Well, no, sorry, that was full access input that she was confused by.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
why?
It tends to be much more instruction efficient just to pivot the input once. And it gives you more space around the arm as well. So I'm not surprised at all because it's a cool motif.
Mara, want to explain why you need a full access input? Oh, for suppression. Oh yeah,
but you don't need to suppress if you've got the extra space anyway.
Well, I mean, it does give space number 6.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, we did see full access input down very low, so it's not like it was the difference between the winning strategy and the not. But still.
Don't say I couldn't roll out a layout achieving 80G by bonding together 10 to 11 copper in the output chamber with no track and no disposal, which means that's probably possible. However, that sounds horrifying, so I'll leave it to someone with more patience to figure out.
I did not say that, Mora. I would I hate the phrase skill issue. I think it's a horrible thing to say to people. Quicksilveratorator. It's a fun title.
For the longest time, Legoneski had a third arm just chilling there, making this 110G.
Oh, was it a copy-paste arm?
Yeah, it was a copy-paste arm that was there for the longest time, but I'm glad she removed it before the deadline.
Yeah, it sure would be a shame if somebody submitted a mini-boss solve with a copy-paste arm left in.
Yeah. Rip Kazumi.
Rip.
Alright, next up we have Survivor.
My hearts.
More happy. Rejection main chamber. I'll be honest, I can't really tell what the instruction shapes are. But they're there. Love Math Boy said that he's definitely gone. Wait, I can use the firearm to save instructions. Lol. Love out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like anytime, any excuse to glaze panic, I will gladly take it because the events.critelli website is
It's great. It's
incredible,
amazing.
and
Yeah.
and OM Sim is such an invaluable tool, and also Panic Tony was just some really good quality puzzle. Like Panic, I think is my favorite puzzle designer.
Panic has
Some of his puzzles
ideas.
are just so good. Yeah. Yeah, new solution one, copy. That's good.
Those are some real copies.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next up we have Shit.
Oh, hi, Rebix.
Hi, Rebix.
You got the rare gooey meow.
This is my stream. I will meow on my own stream. Instead of whatever I did on Kazion's stream.
I hope Kazion feels better soon.
Yeah. This is a one instruction shape. I can't find where the one instruction is.
Yeah.
It really does look quite identical to most solves. Alright, next up we have Astanova and 60th. Giggity. The notes say, I think there's an ADG solution possible by creating a waste molecule, but I don't have the brain space left to figure it out after spending all my time on Rate. I think Astanova made mainstream for Rate, right?
I think so.
I remember hearing that name yesterday. I mean,
This is an interesting bonding order. I don't know that I've seen this exact.
Ooh, Astanova missed it.
Yeah, it's like a lot of other people have made this 5-atom shape and done all of the bonds in that shape, with the 2 Earths and the 3 Quicksilvers before putting the last Quicksilver on. This one is putting the Quicksilver on last and then doing the last one. That's.
I guess that works too.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not bonded together.
Yeah, I'm really clutching at straws to find difference here. So now that I've found a distinguishable difference, I'm going to milk it for all it's worth, even if it's not really relevant.
Alright, next up we have Iris. 74 instructions with lots of notes. Ah, this is a quarter.
Max cycles. Wait, it isn't even max cycles. I think we saw like 3,000 cycles or something.
Oh, we
didn't
did, but this is quarter P.
Yeah.
I have no idea why it's quarter P. I guess I'll read the notes. Wild protection, number 1. This will be part of some sort of pile-up of solutions just like this one. I feel like it's a fairly obvious solution. Min cost unless there's a way to do no track at all somehow. Uses ghost atom manipulation to avoid programming the input chamber twice. The only fanciful thing here is that I'm avoiding resetting ARM 1, shaving off a few instructions at the cost of cycles. I'm sure there's some esoteric TIS solve laying dormant in here, and I did try to make the input chamber only do 1 Earth and 1 Quicksilver, but the extra ghost atom manipulation on the output chamber took up all the instructions I saved and then some. There's still more. Still, I'm sure there's some very low instruction sequence for the input ARM that, at very least, that results in it doing roughly the right thing. I haven't found it though. Alright, you can speak now, Gooey.
No, what I was going to say is that, yeah, this is really a half times a half rather than a proper 1/4, because it's just saving the resound on one. But it's typical that I would try to interrupt the notes where they were explaining that to also explain that. Typical host behavior.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, you also can't read the notes, so.
No, I just can't. I can't read.
This just saying Gooey's illiterate. Alright.
I just make the marbles do stuff. I don't know what all the squiggles mean.
Alright, next up we have Poutinery. And also 74 instructions, but less cycles because it doesn't faff about for every other tape loop. The notes say first ever tournament submissions. Preparing to watch a god get an ADG solution. Oh well, I hope you enjoyed that. Nah, don't worry, we got time on the appreciation stream, Iris.
Yeah, it's okay, Iris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will confess to also being a bit of an indulgent noter sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's just nice to get the thoughts out of your head.
Yeah.
Although
And
sometimes
and then you make a realization while you're writing the notes.
Yeah. I mean, I often will then go back and just delete the notes rather than force someone to read them out, but then I sometimes forget.
Next up we have BTSP. No notes.
Puccini, I wonder if that was a Quebecois player.
Perhaps. The creator of conditional notes on stream. Oh boy. Love it when the notes are half P.
No, I'm sure other people have done that.
I have no idea what this does better, but I do like I think it's probably the input chamber. That input chamber is pretty slick. The outputs have been looking kind of identical, honestly. Alright, next up we have Zanuck in 56th. The notes simply say, and I quote, that was the notes.
I see.
Thank you, Zanuck. The notes do include the notes simply say, and I quote, like that's the whole notes. People love messing with the host with the notes sometimes.
Yeah. I still think the best notes that have ever been were, I think, was it Madmaster in Touchstone who did a script for Begins or Flags that had them reading the notes in the notes.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean it?
Made Biggie cry.
Are you telling me I wasn't on Icelandic Lava Salt? No, that's a solution title. Icelandic Lava Salt is the Vaporeon copy pasta, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's also Madmaster.
This is my problem of being like a long time tournament watcher, and like that being how I learn a lot of the game. Is I just have a lot of that stuff, useless trivia in my head.
Yeah. I mean, I've also at this point I've probably hosted most of the events. So I'm also quite familiar with everything. Alright. Next up we have Wing Pearl. Oh, that's another quarter P. Is this true quarter P? Doesn't look like it.
No,
this is half times half.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much identical to the previous one. I mean it's the same. It even does the stick construction that the other quarter P, with the disposal in the other chamber. Yeah, it's just probably slightly more efficient in both. I mean this is a very marginal difference.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I'm looking out for, if there is a real one
instruction better than Iris.
Yeah, if there's a true 1/4 P, it will do something like pivoting the input or something. Being because it needs to set up a state which is meaningfully different. in every other loop that's not just the arm not grabbing anything.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not entirely sure that there is really a true 1/4 P, to be honest.
I mean, Iris
It
said
doesn't
she
seem like
had
it'd be
one,
any
I think.
benefit. Sorry?
I think Iris said she had one. In the chat.
Oh, well, I mean, it was...
We didn't
I
see
thought
it.
Iris was...
We didn't see it, but because that was the better version. With less
Oh, I
instructions.
see. Oh, I see. Right,
Yeah.
yeah, no, sorry. I'm being very slow again.
What third piece of... I don't think there are third P solutions, though. Alright, next up we have Hazel. 70 instructions.
I mean, if there was a third P, it would probably be, again, it would be a 1P times times 3. So it would be like, you know,
Yeah,
you solve a
it takes
1P and then you're
two-
120 degrees away from where you
Yeah,
started. So the next
probably.
2 loops, you do nothing.
Anyways, I like how this uses a pivot to access the rejection. Just a single pivot. And in 53rd, we have Sear Sky. Then let's say, midway through the week I had a terrifying thought. To just save 10G by removing the glyph of disposal and building a waste ball in the output chamber. Then I looked at the geometry of the chambers and decided I'd let someone else figure it out if that's possible. That's the mood oftentimes in when it comes to cost. Yeah, Sear Sky missed mainstream by 3 places. All right.
Good job, though. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
And people, some of the best players talk about optimizing effort,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing your limits is a very good thing for that.
Yeah.
So.
Next up, we have Chickson, which in the notes say, I started off with a simple saw of imagining the output as a polymer to build. After quite a lot of research into how GI works, lots of playing out the possibilities with this limited space, and countless hours on a 1/4 P solution, I ended up back with the first thing I made. Now, too bad, I guess. I'm unhappy I couldn't get sub 60 on this, which was my goal, but at least I got close.
Got very close indeed.
Also, almost was sub 50 in placements.
Well, yeah. If you had got 60 instructions or better, you would have been on the would have been on the mainstream.
Next up, we have Spectria on 51st. The notes say, it's incredible how much time I spent for 160 and even 12T improvements and coming up with 64 for each, but nothing better. What the fuck, 160 and 112T? What were you up to, Spectria? Anyways, the notes continue. Absolutely expecting first place to be like 56 or something. Spectria didn't consider the fact that you could have waste.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, we went through a period about 20 placements ago where everyone was like, yeah, I know ADG is possible, but I'm just not going to do it. And then we've come back to some of the players who were like, this 90 is obviously min.
And this is an old player too. You can tell from the fact that she's using T.
Yeah. So for the new players, it used to be T for tape loop, I assume, and now it's P for products. But they mean the same thing, really.
Yeah. Spectria
I'm not even sure why the change happened.
Player, I believe. She's changed names before, though. And yeah.
Some of us do it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is where we'll end our 51 Gs, not 50, our cost solves.
Well done to everyone. Not the easiest puzzle by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you all had fun.
Alright. I'm gonna take a quick break. And then we'll move on to rate afterwards. Rate will be easier to talk about.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult during the 18-hour range, but I don't think that even lasts that long. But yeah, I will be back.
All right. How are we doing, everyone? How are we holding up? Glad to see our soul was covered in dead last, but slightly sad that the half of our note that was added after the fact was not kept, featuring dog clicker noise meow. Well, I think I can intuit maybe why the dog clicker noise was left out. I mean, this is a Catgirl stream, obviously. Tessa Lucy on the Slay the Spire Act 2 boss. Which one is that? I've seen some of them, but I don't know them well yet.
I hear Slay the Spire. Act 2 boss is Act 2 boss is Crab, Knowledge Demon, and Warworm.
Oh, the with the the rocket claw thing.
Yeah. I think it was a Kaiser Crab.
Kaiser Crab.
It was
Yeah,
Kaiser Crab,
sense.
Knowledge Demon, and the Insatiable. Which one are you fighting? My favorite is probably the Insatiable. It's such a cool fight. Knowledge Demon is alright, I guess. Kaiser Crab is just shield and spear again. Which was a cool fight, but like it's not new. This demon is beating your ass. Are you taking too many disintegrates?
I'm just gonna go take a little bit of a chance to go and stretch my legs and get some water. So you can start
about
rate
Slay
without
the
me if you
Spire.
like, or you can
Okay.
you can about Slay the Spire. Feel free.
Yeah, probably talk about more Slay the Spire. How did I know? Because all the other options are shit. Of course you take disintegrate. I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw less cards on my turn, or only be able to play 3 cards per turn. Nove saying, I love not playing Frantic Escape. I haven't actually fought the new Door Maker. I think that's an Act 3 boss. The new Door Maker. I haven't even fought the version that no longer exists. I've heard not so good things about it, though. I do like the test subject. He's just a silly widow lizard. I love the silly widow lizard. It's probably my favorite Act 3 boss. Meanwhile, what's my favorite Act 1 boss? I don't know, I don't really have any favorite Act 1 boss. Maybe Vantum? The others are okay, I guess. I don't actually think much about the other bosses or Act 1 bosses or plan anything against them. Ah, you're playing Defect. I see. I found dark builds to be so much harder this in Slay the Spire 2. It's so much harder to just sit there and just have a let the orb just sit there. Orb cycling is just much better in Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, the original Doormaker was a complete... I wouldn't say a complete pushover, but mostly because my decks were usually more defensive than offensive, and the Doormaker That's bad against the door maker. The door maker really requires you to get the right thing at the right time, the old one. And not even the old one, it's still there, if you're not on the beta branch. Rip. What ascension are you on, Tessa? Oh yeah, you are the first to submit a 10-hour Sears guy. I mean, you can see it in the submission list on the submission page. Was it the worst 10-hour? I even play multiplayer only, so that was just base ascension. Yeah, that's fair. My multiplayer is behind on my main ascensions. I haven't... My defect is still on Ascension 1 for some reason. I've been pressing the random button and it just doesn't take defect. Alright, welcome back.
Thank you.
We've been talking about
it's
Slay
time
the
to stop
Spire.
appreciating a Yeah, I gathered. It's time to stop appreciating a game that's not Opus Magnum.
We're back to
We're back to the real
Slay the
stuff.
Spire now. Not Slay the Spire, back to
No, you were just doing that.
We're back to Opus Magnum.
You can do
it. Look,
done.
It's a 1 a.m. And we have a whole nother metric to go through. I'll try to make this quicker though. Alright, I think we'll be starting at 113th by Andy Tapman. A 59 rate.
Yeah. I mean, in future Bist, I'm happy to take over doing the sort of swap roles so that you can tag out halfway through if you want to. If it's late. But
I shall consider it.
Oh wow, gosh, there's so many different things in these chambers.
Wow, so many arms.
It's like a whole different puzzle. 59R. What an interesting number.
Yeah. I guess this is mostly just that I solve the puzzle solve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The notes say, though.
The notes say, dang, the puzzle this week has been harder to do than the previous one. Yeah, production does that. Alright, next up we have Ghost Ship Supreme at 56 some.
Iris says, finally, enrichment. Yeah, I have some new toys in my enclosure. My 2 enclosures.
The notes of this one say, missed the deadline of the last one by a couple hours, so I made sure not to miss this one. That is a lot of Quicksilver.
I love the thing that Arm 1 does to get the Quicksilver. I mean, it's obviously in some ways less efficient than it needs to be, but it's really fun to watch it go.
It's so that Arm 3 doesn't grab it again, right?
It's kind of comical. It's like beating Arm 3 over the head with the metal Adam.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
Finally, you have stuff to talk about.
Clanging noise
in the solutions.
Silver clanging noise, copper clanging noise, iron clanging noise.
Alright, next up we have Wolsentire at 51's rate. The notes say this puzzle is kind of tight. I imagine this could be done better, but that is division.
What? Okay. At the very beginning of the stream, we said, well, it sure would be funny if anyone used this glyph.
I don't know if we said that, but...
Well,
yeah. I guess it's easy to think of, like, you ended up with 2 lead instead.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it makes sense to think about, like, dividing the product into 2. Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest. I have got no idea what thought process someone goes down to reach putting this. Maybe they just wanted to use the new glyph.
Maybe.
Maybe I should consider that. It's a new puzzle. It's a new, it's the DLC's brand new. Maybe they just wanted to use the new glyph.
Mm. Right.
Yeah, Tess is saying they were wondering if there was a secret, if there was some source with that. That is one of the disconcerting things about this game, is that sometimes you know that you haven't got the source, and sometimes you think, well, I don't think there's any source, but what if there is, and it's just so out there that I'm just not even considering it, and it's hard to tell the difference.
Anyways, the notes say, the notes are a bunch of key spamming. I'm not reading that. We're at 44R. Shout out to Glyph of Calcification. Truly
one of the
important
glyphs
for
of all
this.
time.
Yeah.
What is your guys like? Sound off in the chat. This is the content you're here for. But sound off. What is your favorite glyph? Come on, top glyphs. Let's go. There's a clear right answer, and I won't elaborate.
I quite like Division, honestly.
Yeah, you're just riding the hype. You're just here for the new stuff. Like that's such an obvious choice. Glyph of Critelli. Okay, Maraconda coming in with a 0th place solution to the question.
What's your favorite?
I said there was a clear winner, and then I mean I have to say I think the Glyph of Bonding. I mean I think it's the simplest glyph in the game, but it enables so much stuff. It's you can't go wrong with a simple bonder.
I personally like
Iris
Division
knows what's
because
up.
I like Division because, well, it's also new, but like I like the new concept
it's a unique shape.
Not just a unique shape; it's a matter destroyer.
Yeah, it's really, when I did play the reductive metallurgy mod, and when I got to the part with Division, that's where I stopped playing, because I was like, this doesn't work the opposite of purification. This doesn't work how I think of the metals. Blah.
Yeah, it really.
And
like,
now it's just like it's totally natural. Like it's
right now,
intuitive.
purification is the odd one out.
Yeah, because it works on the powers of 2, whereas everything else is now kind of like linear addition.
Yeah,
it's odd. Yeah,
it's really, we have to think of like metals in a whole new way.
Well, I mean that's kind of what the campaign.
Like I'm used to thinking of things like metals like in powers of 2 instead of linearly.
I mean it's ironic because actually in the base game you're introduced to projection first, so they are kind of presented in a linear fashion first of all, and purification is quite late on in the campaign, I think, actually.
But yeah, in the end I think of purification as addition and projection as multiplication, and Quicksilver is a ×2 value. But I don't think it's really that makes sense to think of it like that anymore with the DLC.
Well, I mean it's ×2, or it's like it's a times it has become substantially more complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still simple arithmetic, but it's just, I mean, yeah, I can expect there's going to be a beastly rate calculation at some point in this tournament.
Right, next up we have 42 at 44R.
Primary tie, wow.
Was it? Oh, it was. This is at 170G.
Yeah.
The notes say, not even sure which metric to score better in. I'm really bad at these puzzles. Thanks again for the DLC. It's been an interesting twist with the fun new puzzles. Wait, we've seen this stuff, have we? No, we haven't. I skipped it.
I'm seeing
for the other metric.
I'm seeing lots of I'm seeing lots of people saying Glyph of Equilibrium. It's a good glyph. It's a good glyph. I mean, it is. I mean, it's It's the most boring glyph in the game by a long way.
Hey,
But
well,
it
I
is
mean, you could do
perfectly
art with
balanced
it.
in all respects.
You could do
Exactly,
art with it.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
I
glyph of
especially
equilibrium
loved
had to exist.
Blue Cheetah's long cat last week.
That was good. I was going to say the glyph of equilibrium had to exist so that Mr. Royal Spade could make his spade.
True.
Canonical usage.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
This is a very... I like this output chamber. It's very sedate. It's very graceful. The long, the length 3 arm in a production chamber is always fun to see, and it's just linear motion and pivoting. It's nice.
Next up, we have Dunhamum. 42R.
Oh, it's ironic that 42 didn't get the 42R.
Yeah, it is.
And then the very next person did.
So we haven't quite reached the conduit limitations just yet. As of now, we're still dealing with our limitations is still just how fast can you build the output.
Yeah, this is a conceptual limitation rather than an actual physical limitation. Like the limitation is more just like how fast can I be bothered to solve the puzzle.
Mm-hmm. The input chamber is quite efficient, though.
Yeah, it looks summy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, obviously not because there are far too many arms for it to be summy. But it's got like every arm's got like its one job. It's very simple. Yeah.
Next up, we have Consultant Sorcerer. At a 40.
I like getting to see all of these souls because it's like there is still a lot of creativity going. Oh,
we've seen this arm.
This arm on this track. I remember this from the instructions.
No, but this has more pistons.
This is an adapted version of their cost. Or, the two solves obviously influenced each other quite heavily.
Yeah.
I think.
This is that solve, but faster. Right, next up we have Kurukururutu. That was so hard to read. Division.
Good.
Interesting. Kurukururutu. I'm trying to pronounce it as if it were Japanese.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like a tongue twister and so. Wow, the juggling in the input chamber is really fun to watch.
Because of this also uses division. There's like a section of the solve where it's really just it's quite conduit limited.
Oh, I see. Okay, now this makes sense. This is the one case in which I could see why you would use division. It's so that you can split the metal into two and be simultaneously getting Quicksilver off both halves of it at once. Now, obviously, if you think about it a little harder, that is kind of overcomplicating it a little bit. But this is the first time where I'm like, oh, okay, it's not totally unreasonable that you would think to do this.
The notes say, wasted gold, but who needs gold anyway? Oh yeah, I think one of the gold is just disposed of. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that'll be true even at min rate. You get, you're throwing away gold.
Alright, next up we have BR. RGI Army. No notes, 32R. This one is doing the same algorithm as cost. Yeah. Where it's just disposing of coppers.
Yeah.
We're still mostly like just input or output limited instead of conduit limited. I think this was mostly output limited.
Yeah, I can't, because the chat is in the way, so I can't actually see which arm is the period limiting arm. Is it arm 5?
It's 5. Yeah.
It looks like it might. Yeah, it's arm 5. Yeah, so like just one more arm in the output chamber would decrease the rate of this by quite a lot, because you'd be able to reduce the period.
Building things fast in production is hard.
Yeah, but I guess the reason I say that is just to point out to maybe the new players that one of the reasons why why the rate of a machine is a certain thing is because of the period, and often there will be one arm which limits the period to a certain thing. And so one of the things that you want to be looking at is like, okay, is there a way to reduce the period of the limiting arm by adding another arm to do half of its job? And a lot of rate is just like doing that process over and over and over again.
Also, hi, Handmaster.
Oh, hi, Handmaster.
How do you feel about the name Goo as a nickname?
I don't know about that. No, it's gooey. It's my favorite character from Kirby. It's got to be gooey.
Next up, we have Panasonic.
I mean,
yeah.
The stream's good, Master. Thanks for coming. Kostenlos. Oh yeah, so the yes, I assume so. Yeah, their cost, their GI self was called Kosten, I think. Yeah.
I know enough about language a bit to know what Ghost usually means.
We're doing basic linguistics here in the stream. This is the kind of podcast you come here for.
The limiting arm is arm 4. Yeah.
Yeah, taking stuff off the conduit and putting it in the putting it ready to be bonded. In this case, because of the way the construction chamber works, it's quite hard to find space for another arm. Mm-hmm. So that's when you'd have to start looking at, okay, how do I improve the way I'm building the product to leave space for more arms?
Next up, we have Barry, 29R. Rat 1.
Rat 1?
Oh shit, a rat.
Bye, arm. Hello.
Okay, this is interesting. This has rejection in the output chamber.
This is really, okay.
Yeah, but it's just not able to build the output fast enough.
Well, I think it's because, it's just too few arms in the output chamber again.
Which I'm more asking, well, you can gradually delete the metals by by dividing them and purifying them. Like, imagine you have a gold, you divide it, turns it to 2 iron, you purify it, turns it to copper.
Yeah, divide that and it turns into
2 tin.
Into 2 tin.
And then
purify that to get an iron.
Yeah. It's just, and you can.
I mean, it's not deleting atoms, but it is permanently deleting metallicity.
Yeah, you can infinitely compress metals that way. It's more of the. If purification was the new glyph that was introduced, it's more of like, you have to think of it as purification is the one that's deleting the metals, not division. Purification is a lossy glyph.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we have an 102nd place, Charlie Creston. 28R. When will we finally get a primary tie? I don't think we've actually. No, we have had a primary tie at like 42.
Yeah, we've had primary times already.
No, at 44. But
yeah, I mean, by pigeonhole principle, it's going to be quite a lot of primary ties from. Well, I mean, assuming only instant values.
They're mostly down where we haven't seen them yet, but yeah.
This is a cool outfit chamber, like arms on tracks on the top and bottom, just kind of doing lateral motion.
Pigeonhole principle says that there are more rate options than there are more players than rate options, so there has to be primary ties.
Yeah, you have you have n objects in that you have to assign into n sorry, you have
more
n plus
than
one object
to assign to more than n objects.
Yeah, you have n plus one objects, and you need to assign them to n buckets. Therefore, one bucket has at least one bucket has more than one object in it. That's the sort of basic idea.
No, rate does not have to be an integer. True.
No.
This is true. Yeah.
That's why I immediately went back on what I said.
Yeah, because
was exclusively for integers.
I mean, Tessa, you're the one person who should know that rate doesn't have to be an integer. We'll get to your solve.
Rate does not even have to be a rational number.
It does not.
It does not even have to be. I don't even. It does have to be a computable number, but it does not have to be rational.
Anyways, no notes for this solve. It's oh, there we go, primary tie again. This one is cheaper. That's a really fast assembly for only having 2 arms in there.
Yeah, this is like the precursor to some of the some of the min rate solves that we'll see, which also use just one bonder.
So we have to. What's 28 divided by 3?
It's 9 1/3.
Oh, divided by 3, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because 27 divided by 3 is 9, and then plus the 1 divided by 3. Yeah. 9 1/3.
So I forgot where I was going with this. I'm too tired. I mean, it's 9. It can fit 9 conduit passes in this time in 28R. So there's like 3 opportunities for conduit passes that are missed out on that this assembly doesn't take advantage of. Or is it the assembly? I guess it's this assembly because Arm 4 has to keep returning and grabbing it, and that's more like 24, and there's an extra 4 somewhere. Yeah, there's an extra 4 cycles that there are just nothing passed through the conduit, nothing on the conduits.
I mean, I don't think Morokonda, I don't think this build order with a single bonder is the right thing for 9R. You have to do a more sort of zigzaggy pattern than this without regrabs, but yeah, like working out how to do single bonder construction is the thing you need to do for 9R, and that's why
I mean
I didn't find it. I assume it's why you didn't find it either.
Well, there were 2 solves that had 2 bonders constructions.
Oh,
the top 2 were 2 bonder constructions. Yeah.
Okay, I'm being silly.
Matt, have we? What was your solution title, Madmaster?
Well, Madmaster was 50th place in the GI solves, I think. So we didn't. Or am I completely?
Oh yeah, Madmaster is 50th place. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So for the sake of reading it out, because I don't think it got read out on the other stream either.
It did not.
Madmaster's solution title was, yes, wasting a production puzzle. How clever! You're just mad that nobody solved 50G fragrant powders, and now you're pushing that trauma on us. Well, I refuse to continue the cycle. I'm collecting my 3 rank points and heading home. See you on the senior stream. Well,
you just
tough
missed
luck,
the senior stream.
You weren't on the senior stream.
You just
that
missed
last
it.
part was not in the title.
You were 50th.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was the touchstone notes that had the meta notes more.
We're at 26R.
Stack. Should be noted. I think Stack Baba is a great name. I love some spoonerisms.
Oh, I only just noticed that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was a spoonerism. I just thought stack babber. Like, I don't know what babber means, but I know what stack means. It's supposed to be backstabber spoonerism.
Oh, I got 50th? How disappointing, says Madmaster. Someone who would have been genuinely happier to have got 51st place. We should all aspire to be more like Madmaster.
Anyways, this is the limiting arm is arm 7, so yeah, this is still mostly output assembly limited. Most of these saws will be. I
have a feeling that's going to be eventually.
Eventually, it will be conduit limited.
No, sorry. I was thinking of the 10s because in the 10 the limit is actually not the conduit. It's the it's the arm which the metal that puts it on the glyph of rejection.
We will see solves that are limited, no longer limited by the conduit, but just limited by assembly again once we reach under 18R. Because those are the people who can manage to like do faster than the conduit, like pass the gold through, but since gold is on the other side now, you have less space to build the product, so suddenly you can't build it fast enough again. Alright, next up we have at 25R and 330G, Fran.
Yeah, it is really interesting that this puzzle, the rate is limited by lots of different factors, and at different different breakpoints, the limiting factor changes. So, like initially, it's just speed of construction. Then it becomes conduit limitation. Then it becomes speed of construction again, and then it becomes quicksilver extraction. Is the final real hurdle to min rate? I think is working out how to get quicksilver out of the metal fast enough. Well, and also building a thing, but it's.
Yeah, this was limited by arm 5. Except arm 5 has barely any extraction; it just does the outputting at the end. And that feels like it very much could be just a different arm doing it.
Yeah.
And this could have saved on quite a bit of rate. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed to see that there were. I mean. Actually, yeah, it's a as far as cabinet puzzles go, it's no overloaded or anything like that, but I think this was a very interesting.
This doesn't even have to be that
puzzle
early.
Nonetheless, and there's something to be said for simplicity.
Slightly earlier.
Oh no, we're finally at the tinkering part, are we?
We're at the tinkering part. Yeah, this does it. That's faster. This is now 4, 8, 6, 8, 20. No, this is now 22. Yeah, with a bit of minor tinkering, we got it down to 22R.
Yeah. Arm
5 does not need to have that long of a period.
Yeah. So I mean, so that's a demonstration, I suppose, of the fact that some quite minor differences can dramatically improve the performance of a solution. But that just comes to experience a lot of it.
Yeah. This one looks harder to tinker.
Iris says, I need to put in my notes for next time. If the hosts tinker with my solve, I get whatever improvements they made. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that.
Alright,
oh my word.
The notes in this one say, couldn't quite manage to get 24 with this setup, but I wouldn't be surprised if better than 24 is possible anyway. And bad at cycles is as good as I'm gonna get. 24 is grabbing every 4 from the conduit. Assuming rejection.
And it's sending 6 atoms through. It's sending all the individual quicksilvers through the conduit. I mean, this is just so fun to look at, though. This is so different. I love bi-arms and tri-arms.
Yeah, and the soft sure has a plentiful amount of them.
Like the input chamber feels like TI brained almost. It's fun. Or no, just instructions brained. We're in a cabinet.
Yeah.
TI. What am I talking about? It's funny. I did an instruction solve of this puzzle for fun, and it ended up helping me in the rate metric. Like my rate puzzle, my rate solve got
better because of your experimentations and instructions. Yeah. Gooey?
Can I tournament?
You there?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, am I? Oh.
I can hear you again. You cut off for a moment.
I see. Sorry. Oh no, I was talking. I don't know why. Maybe. No, I don't have push to talk or anything. Maybe just Discord's running a wobbly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wasn't saying anything very important.
All right. Moving on then, we have Greenfield. It is a 24R. And they'll say, yippee! Excellent work, Panic. Wait, why Panic? I guess for the website? Oh my, this is input main chamber. This is output chamber rejection, and it's 24R. That's an interesting solve to start at for 24R. That's not what I was expecting.
This is cool. There's some fun stuff. Like, I like the arrangement of arms 1 and 2. That's really, like, both of them are able to access the conduit. And both sides of the bond debonder, and then arms 6 and 7 on the triangle track. I mean, man.
It's interesting how this is 24 even with the rejection in the main chamber. It's not conduit limited, I guess. It's just assembly limited.
No. Yeah, it's the method of construction. In this case, I think it's purely limited by the way it's choosing to use the single bonder.
Yeah, and the rejection is
it's
covered a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think those CS guys mentioning that there's three hexes in the output chamber not touched. I don't think they're even swung over. Like, they're completely unused.
Yeah. And the input chamber too.
Oh yeah. Quite area brained. Is arm 4 just kind of like... Oh no, it has to get out of the way. I was thinking arm 4 was just like dancing about... Oh, okay. So arm 4, I think, is the thing which makes this puzzle the rate so long. It's because it has to get out of the way of the product. Oh, that's so...
Oof.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. But really cool, nevertheless.
All right, next up, Hazel. Oh, well,
I thought it was just
past 24R. I talked about how 24R might be like grabbing an input grabbing a conduit atom every 4, but our only 24 was shenanigans.
Oh no, these are some track loops. Well, this is a track loop.
And a track river. Arm 1 and 2 will be rivering, alright?
That's like a playground slide.
Whee!
Arm 1's like, push me down the slide. And arm 2's like, okay.
And the arm 2 also goes down the slide. Anyways, yeah, this
And then they do what every child does, which is run straight back up the slide instead of climbing up the stairs at the back.
Anyways, this
Sorry,
this is also just output limited, mostly probably from the fact that it only has a bonder. Not that you can't do assembly optimal with only a single bonder, it's just a lot harder to.
Yeah, I think also arms 1 and 2, they get in each other's way resetting to the point where they also are period limiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are several different obstacles in this solution to being faster than 23R.
Next up, we have Kuchan Liu with Xing. Huh? The Chinese break in this update? It's a Xing 解决方案副本.
Is that new solution 1?
Yeah, it says new solution 1 copy. Waiting for the 副本. The notes say, ouch. 22R and with a rejection in the main chamber. I'm surprised to see so many rejection output chamber solves. Just here. Except this one didn't figure out conduit phasing.
Well, if you... Oh, yeah. I suppose 18R is the limit for not having a rejection in the main chamber. But I'm not all that surprised, because it seems to me like passing things through the conduit is still not really the main problem. It's just it's building the product
assembly,
fast enough. And so it doesn't really make much of a difference where the Quicksilver is coming from at the moment.
At this stage.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Ivy Purin at 22R. Also 22R. 2090G. The 290G. This one's severely input limited. It somehow has a period override instruction. What happens if we remove it?
Crunch.
I see. Rotate instruction. It also only extends by 1. Which one is the limiting arm then? Oh, arm 4. Arm 4 is the limiting arm, so that's a Quicksilver arm that's limiting. Yeah, this is input, input limited? I don't think we've actually seen an input limited solve yet. Maybe we have. Not being able to grab Quicksilver 2 cycles apart does make construction harder. Yeah.
So arms 6 and 7 are taking atoms from the conduit every 3 with a 2 cycle gap. So that makes 11 cycles twice to make 22R. So I think it's not able to pass stuff through the conduit fast enough because of the order of the atoms that it's going. Like arm 4 has to wait for arm 1 to pass the Earth. Yeah, so okay, I think this is maybe I think maybe this is not quite conduit limiting just yet, but it's related to that. It's like order of deconstruction. It's odd.
Right, next up we have Hookery.
I suppose these are the kinds of problems that only come about when you're passing Quicksilver and Earth through the conduit.
Yeah.
Like it starts to become very important which order really the atoms go in.
Which order they go in. $21R. Why is this 21? Arm 6 is limiting.
That's an interesting...
Yeah, it's mostly arm 6.
Yeah, so this is 18R plus 3. This is conduit throughput with 3 cycles delay.
Yeah.
In between. Yeah, every 3 with a 3 cycle gap is 21. And it's just some of these numbers are a bit confusing if I don't work out where the padding comes from.
Lost cycles are.
Yeah, because it's like 18, 12, or, the multiples of 3, those make sense.
Even though that 24 sure didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up we have Gerog 10. Select 21R. But a 270G. We got Hex Arms. Oh yeah, that's a good way to pass things through the input, through the conduit at 3R.
Yeah.
Hex Arm.
But it's very clean, yeah. And this one you can clearly see the 3-cycle delay because there's one set of 3 cycles
in the Hex Arm, yeah.
Yeah, one empty grabber. God, I love Hex Arms. They're so good. They're so cool.
The notes is Lenny Face.
It's a very unique construction method as well. 4 bonders.
Mm-hmm. I guess when it's coming in at such a weird... I mean, it's coming in at Earth, Quicksilver, 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 so it's kind of hard to assemble.
Yeah, it's Earth 4 Quicksilvers, then the last Earth. Whereas you would...
Yeah. That would make it hard to assemble, yeah. Alright, next up we have Equals You Equals at 90th place. 20R now. We're missing 2 cycles for the conduit passing. There are so many limiting arms here. But yeah.
Well, that's kind of what you want, because at a certain cost point, you want as many arms as possible to be limiting, because otherwise you could
easily just shave that, add an arm to like reduce the load on one of the arms. Yeah.
That sentence made more intuitive sense to me than it did when I actually then stopped and thought about what I was saying. But you got what I meant.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, I think this actually wastes waste cycles with the last Quicksilver waiting for the first Earth to drop in the input chamber over there. You can see like Arm 2 is waiting a bit to drop the last Quicksilver.
Oh no, I think it's more that Arm 2 delivers 2 atoms in a row, so that there's a natural 4-cycle gap between Quicksilvers twice. So yeah, it's not a 2-cycle gap; it's a 1-cycle gap twice.
Yeah. Right. Next up, we have Nightshine, 20R. Fast enough for me, OM clone. It's no factory, but I think it does the job. I had to mirror the lower left so that the double rotation would have the correct chirality, but otherwise it's a beautiful move. I like it, it's clean.
What? That is, I'm afraid, it's not quite a Steven piston, but it is an unnecessary piston. You'd have to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Nightshine.
Does it matter? Does 20G matter?
Was true.
No. Next off is 235
cost. A piston. How much could it cost? It's all right, Nightshine. If the host tinkering improves your placement, then you get that placement. We've found this.
No, I have not agreed to that, and I'm also not the host.
No, neither of us are the hosts. That's the point.
All right.
If Kazian were here, it'd be different.
We're also at 20R with no longer breathed in, saying, by my computations, min-R is 8.4, which requires doing rejection on the side of the output and using the conduit every 3 cycles with some conduit phasing throw in. If there was 4 times as much room, I could manage it. Heck, a tiny bit more room, I could probably manage rate 18. This is someone who knows min rate, but just couldn't get the assembly just and everything fast enough.
Yeah, in this case, it's because the construction method is lines, but in the slowest possible way, where you bond the quicksilver to one side and then you pivot it 3 times to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than translating it,
Mm-hmm.
or something else. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very easy to see from the construction method why this can't go any faster, or why they struggled to make this faster.
Mm-hmm.
But cool try-on though. It's really
Yeah.
cool to see.
It's kind of doing the same thing as one of the hex arms in the optimal rate solves, isn't it? Somewhat.
Mhm.
Next up, we have what is the username at 225 cost.
Yeah,
This
so it
is-
seems like 20R is means that you have 2 arms servicing the conduit. One does Quicksilver and the other one does Earth, and the 20R comes about from the Quicksilver arm not being able to
Yeah, Quicksilver is only
drop
handled by
anything
one
fast.
arm in the from
Yeah.
the rejection.
So it's like this could... Yeah, so then the immediate corollary of that is if arm 2 here were a hex arm instead, this would immediately be able to get to 18R quite easily.
But you know where the position it is, it
What?
doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, well, if it's there, yes, but then you start
You
thinking,
can
okay,
also
well,
have
so
like
where can I put
another
it that
arm
does?
here, though, right? Unless that's
Yeah,
gonna
on a track
collide.
or something. No,
Yeah,
the piston
yeah.
pulls, yeah, so it'll be fine.
On a track, you can like keep up with the throughput.
Hmm.
Alright, next up we have at a 6th place at 19R, Daniel. This did what I said. It has an extra arm on a track servicing the rejection.
Oh, wow. It's a very cheap output chamber.
But why is it
indeed.
19? It's limited by arm 1. Arm 1 has to wait a bit for... I guess arm 1 is just waiting for the time to grab. There's just one cycle missed on the conduits for some reason.
Yeah, it's because arm 4 is doing 2 consecutive Quicksilver drops, but
Yeah,
the second
true.
time around, arm 7 saves the one. So it's doing half of what we were saying you need to do to get to 18R. It's just not doing it for the other one, presumably because the construction chamber is too slow. I don't know.
Me neither. Here it is. Next up we have Tessa. Oh boy, what is this bullshit?
80.319.
The notes say, I'm both ashamed and proud of my creation. What is the epsilon? What changes during the setup that... Oh.
Yeah, because
one silver grab from arm 4 is missed because arm 1... What does arm 1 do that...
it's the one Quicksilver in the hex arm at the start is unique, so it doesn't go through the conduit. It gets there's a unique delay on the first sort of like iteration, which is not repeated at any other point. So,
but why?
If you extend the tape loop arbitrarily long, the rate gets better and better because the effect of that setup is cancelled out. But it's not. it will probably be much more obvious to Tess than us why the loop needs setting up in the first place.
Yeah. Or maybe it doesn't, and that was an assumption, and like maybe there wasn't time to do last minute shifts, and copying instructions is faster.
I mean, yeah, obviously getting that first Quicksilver out of the way at the start is necessary for some reason. I'm having trouble.
It's because you found it's. She says it's because she found a working way of getting it through the hole every 3 cycles, and that's the working way.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. It has that extra setup time.
Yeah, I have to assume in the limit this is an 18.
Yeah, this is 18 in the limit.
Well, yeah, because it's passing 6 atoms through every 18 cycles. So the reason it's not closer to 18 is just because Tessa could not be bothered to program it out for any long.
Yeah, it does. It
pad it with repeats.
There's not going to be any 18. No, there's not going to be any solves between this and actual 18R.
No.
Which, speaking of, Darkbreak. Saying I accept my 40th place at 84th. Ouch. Anyways, we're in the 18R solves. These assemble fast enough, but will probably mostly have rejection in the output chamber, in the input chamber. I remember seeing some on the mainstream at 18. No, I don't know. No, wait, I haven't seen much in the 18R, but like there might be 18R solves that have rejection in the main chamber, but just couldn't get fast enough.
Yeah. But 18R is the natural, is conduit limited for if you haven't worked out how to do rejection in the main chamber.
Yeah.
Or forgotten that you can do that, which I think some people did.
Like Goodbye Galaxy, I assume forgot. It's a new glyph. It's hard to think. Sometimes you just miss things.
Yeah, sometimes it's the best. It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm. I like how it's explained in the lore that gold is more valuable because it contains more Quicksilver in less atoms, and it makes it easier to transport Quicksilver, which that's kind of what this puzzle does. To get better rate, you can transport the gold instead of Quicksilver to transport it faster. Next up, we have Captain Idjit. The notes say, it feels like it should be possible to reduce the cost of the input chamber, but the disposal heavily restricts layout and I couldn't get multitasking arms to reset in time. Well, yeah, this is why hex arms are so good.
Yes, it is. I mean, if people are not familiar, you need to go and have a look at what the top solves all did, because it makes the input chamber almost laughably simple, and it really highlights the fact that you would think having a big multi-arm in a chamber like this is a waste of space, but actually it saves a lot of space because you only need to find space for one arm base to do the work of like 3 or 4 other arms in a different solve. So it's really good thing to sort of be thinking about how to use it.
I think we should be seeing it because we will reach the bottom of 18R.
Oh yeah, and we'll go past it probably to 15 or 16 or.
Yeah. Next up we have Proteinery. At 350G.
I like when you have a track loop that is kind of shaped similarly to the thing that you're building.
Yeah.
It sort of like clearly gives you an idea of how the person thought about the puzzle. It's like, oh yeah, I make the thing by making the thing in the shape that the shape is.
The notes say, first ever tournament submissions. I hated every second of optimizing for rate. Damn.
Oh.
Well, rate
You
is
did a
more
great
fun
job.
in free space puzzles. I think. I hope. Alright, next up we have the coding cube. R18. That sounds like a movie rating. The notes say, I believe that this is meant for my approach. Maybe it can be done faster if you extract all Quicksilver from one golden assembly chamber, but that got really crammed. I'm not the one finding that solution. I guess someone did that and we'll see it later on. Okay, so the coding cube knew, but couldn't figure out the assembly method in the main chamber. That included a rejection. Which is interesting because this has 2 unused glyph in the assembly chamber. Gooey, are you speaking? If you are, I can't hear you.
No. I am still here. I'm absorbing the solve. Sorry, I'm being reflective.
Mm-hmm. Sounds interesting.
Iris saying, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Iris saying that they'll take rate over cycles anytime. Layton says a nightmare. Yeah, I'm much more rate brained, I would say, than cycles brained. I think rate is just generally easier.
I think figuring out cycles, especially when it's a latency puzzle, kind of. By that I mean like.
You have to be very precise, and you have to be very. There are kind of logical steps that you have to take. I would recommend if anyone is interested in what it was fulminating
Fulmination. That's
gold
my puzzle.
Fulmination. Yeah, fulmination. Biggie's notes on like the proof of what you need for an 11 latency,
which were false, which ended up not being true, by the way.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of proofs in Opus Magnum, they aren't always completely airtight, but they were airtight enough to get Biggie the win, which is important.
I mean, her solution was the proof that 11 was possible, but she assumed her method was the only method, and that's what the proof was trying to prove, that her method is the only method, but it wasn't.
But in any case, I would recommend people, go and look it up if they can find it, because it gives you an idea of why latency and cycles optimizing is so much harder, in my opinion, than rate.
Cycle optimization also has tricks such as pre-building and whatever to reduce the latencies.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we have Cotton Picker. Min rate version 2. I'm so sorry, this isn't min rate.
When will they learn?
But this is a neat solution, though.
It is. Bi-arm representation.
But yeah, this has 2 arms handling the Quicksilver. And it's doing it in efficiently enough.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see if we'll see any. So my first solution to this puzzle was 12R, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, well, passing the minimum amount of stuff through the conduit, because I was being dumb. I was like, okay, so you pass 2 metal, 2 earth, get 2 Quicksilver out of every metal. Every conduit limit. Yeah. To do that and get it out of because I was doing it with a hex arm. It was going into the conduit through the hex arm, and then it was obviously coming out of the conduit via conduit phasing, and the hex arm was moving it every 3. So I was like, okay, well, in order to get stuff off the hex arm again, I'm going to need a wand. So my first solve had wanding in it.
God.
It was ridiculously over-engineered and overcomplicated. And so I'm interested to see if anyone else did that.
I don't know. I don't think we'll see 12R, though.
No, maybe not at 12R, but maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Next up, we have Goose at 330G. These are
every time Goose's name comes up, I get a little bit jump scared, because I'm like, wait, hang on a minute. That's the first phoneme of my name.
Goosh. Well, like I said, I was wondering if there's going to be any rejection in assembly chambers at this at 18R, and here it is. This is someone
so
who
this
found
is
out
doing what I was
rejection
saying,
in the
yeah.
main chamber. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's getting only 2 quicksilver out of each metal, so it's doing
not even
it's
wanding,
passing
though.
twice as much.
Yeah.
Hmm? No,
But
it doesn't have any wanding because it's got a dedicated arm for the conduit waste. Yeah.
Right after you talked about it, it's here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, the reason why I needed the wanding was because I was running at 12R.
Yeah.
So things were moving a lot faster, but it was completely unnecessary and silly.
Right, next up we have Joseph at 325G. We're back to good old rejection input chamber.
Rate 2, now that would be an impressive thing to see. This is a fun construction method. I'm sure we've seen it before, but it's just like the sticking things on and pivoting around them is always a fun motion to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, bonding and then immediately pivoting around the thing you've just bonded on, so you don't have to re-grab anything.
Next up we have...
Joseph is awful bananas in chat.
Oh, I see.
Rate 2 because it's my second rate solve.
Yeah.
No, I gathered awful bananas.
We figured, but it'll be funny if it was actually 2, right? That is a scary puzzle, though, at 2, right? Fast rate puzzles are scary.
Mm.
I mean, we've seen...
Well, there were some people in the Discord this week learning that, that rate 1 is the thing.
Rate 1 is the fastest you can do for non-polymer puzzles. Non-polymers.
Oh, yeah.
As well. Because a polymer could go faster than one rate because you don't have to drop it. You could just build stick fast. Oh yeah, this has a
swing.
Huge swing. The notes say, all I know about rate is something something pipeline something something, but I don't know how to pipeline in this space across a 1-atom conduit. This is basically cycle solve that tries to use the conduit as efficiently as possible. I think if you let the gold in the bottom chamber go all the way down to lead, you can speed it up, but at that point the layout literally explodes, so not sure. Oh wait, this is
okay. So this is
conduit...
not conduit limited.
It isn't. It's yeah.
No. This is doing what you would do at 10R.
It's also no conduit phasing.
Yeah, no conduit phasing.
I think that's the issue here.
This is,
like, Jay didn't know about conduit phasing because it does have the rejection in the output chamber.
That does look like the only reason why is because the... Well, it's not the only reason why, I don't think.
Yeah, that means oh yeah, there's also an extra cycle. There's also an extra cycle where Arm 1 has the gold just sitting on top of the conduit, handing off to Arm 3. That it doesn't actually really need to do.
Yeah. And also, because of the direction that the Earth comes off the conduit, Arm 8 has to wait an extra cycle before pulling the tin back onto the conduit, because it can't do it the same cycle that the Earth leaves, because it would crash.
I think that's similar to what I would call the BS... It's a different kind of BS collision. You can't translate 2 atoms at an acute angle.
Yeah, it would the Earth would have to move down at 120 degrees or swing. Hi, Crazy Bot.
Hi, Crazy Bot. I'm meowing in the chamber walls because they trapped me in the chambers, and I'm meowing it so they can let me out.
We've actually been relatively restrained with the meowing.
Yeah, nobody in the notes has requested that I meow. The people that have requested me to meow have made the mainstream. Right. Next solve, 76 by Grape Jelly Singularity. 310G. I would say that looks like a pretty clean output chamber. So many free hexes.
Although a lot of them are swung over by
Yeah.
product atoms, so there's not actually much more space for arms.
There's 2 more, I guess.
Yeah.
Next up we have Vermilion Dragon. The notes say, I'm sure you're meant to pass metal through the conduit to make Quicksilver in the bonding chamber, but if you're seeing this solution, then I didn't feel like trying. There's a lot more people than I thought there'd be that knew that you can have the Quicksilver, the rejection in the output chamber, but just couldn't figure it out and couldn't get better than 18R while having the rejection in the output chamber. Because it does just mean less space to go fast. Yeah.
This multi-bonder and conduit placement is very familiar to me. This was the first. In fact, this looks very similar. You know, like 1 or 2 arms difference turns this into the output chamber that I was working with basically all week. It's very, yeah. It's a bit of a cognitive trap though. Multi-bonder, my beloved. Multi-bonder hurt me in the end.
Yeah. Alright, next up
two arms of different length on a track loop is really cool as well.
Oh yeah, that's always cool. Is it actually track looping? No, it's not.
No, it's 2 individual line segments.
Yeah.
But
Alright, next up we have Slap Drill. 300G exactly. Hex Arm! Hex Arm spotted! This one passes things through in the right order, and that makes assembly relatively simple.
And I always love an arm that just pivots a product onto an output. It's, you know, it's nice. Sometimes in life, it's nice to know that you've got one job and you can do it really well. And this is one of those cases.
Next up, we have Leganeski, the Cooperator Inator. Oh wow, we're getting close to the ideas of the optimal right chamber, input chamber.
Yeah, it's starting to get down there.
The notes say both chambers can only barely handle getting an atom through the conduit every 3 cycles, and almost every single hex of area is occupied, so I'm surprised there weren't any geometrical difficulties making the layout not work like there were for my wasteful GI attempts. Leganeski says in the Twitch chat that getting the biarm not to crash was where...
Yeah, because it's got to get atoms past the... Yeah, the track loop. That's really tough.
Oof. Yeah, she says that
good job
getting the biarm to work is where she spent most of her time going from 20R to 18R. Glad you got it though. It's quite a few placements you netted there.
That's a big difference.
Mostly because 18R is a whole ass powerlift. Right, in 72nd place, we have Jireki. The notes say, just bought the game last week, so I hope this is good. Oh, that's awfully impressive for buying the game last week now.
Yeah, well done. Damn, I bought the game last week and shelled out for the DLC immediately. That's some dedication.
Interesting track, like shapes in the input chamber, output chamber.
It's very leisurely. It feels very relaxed. The construction chamber. I like it.
Next up is 71st. we have Trimmill. This is also passing things through in a nice... Most of these solves have, where they're passing through like Quicksilver, Earth, Quicksilver, Quicksilver, Earth, Quicksilver. It leads to the easiest assembly, whether you're doing triangles or sticks. Otherwise, this is quite a similar solve to the previous one. Next up, we have Madmaster. Ah, well, Madmaster, you made the appreciation stream in this solve. Holy Hexarm.
So rate is this for the Madmaster metric of success. This is the metric that Madmaster did better in. Hexarm on track. Oh
Yeah.
my word! Yes, yes, I love it. I love it.
So you know, feeding the conduit with the Hexarm is great at 3R, and retrieving from a conduit should also be great with a Hexarm.
It's almost like they're the perfect arm.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me I get everything I like about a normal arm, but 6 of them? Sign me up.
Right, next up we have BTSP at 255 cost.
It's getting cheap. Yeah.
They are. It does go down to 170. We know that from Goodbye Galaxy.
Oh yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
And we still haven't seen the optimal input chamber.
Yeah. I forget if Goodbye Galaxy's even used that one.
I don't know. Probably. But yeah, this is a very clean output chamber, though.
Yeah, very, very.
It's very empty
word,
too. Like, look at all that unused space.
This is one where you think, oh gosh, maybe the chamber could have been even smaller. It couldn't quite have been the next size chamber down, I don't think.
No, yeah.
No. Oh wow, that's very neat.
Next up we have Cuckoo 52. At also the same cost, but slightly less instructions.
Now, Cuckoo 52 is a player who I would say understands more than almost anyone else how Opus Magnum is supposed to be played in free space, which is with a bit of insanity thrown in. So it's odd to see his power contained a bit in a cabinet.
This is...
But oh wow, double trial. Okay. This is still the Cuckoo 52.
This is also assembly rejection. I'm seeing a lot of assembly rejection solves at 18R than I expected.
This is so cool.
Mm-hmm. Phasing too. Oh yeah, Cuckoo 52 has to be aware of phasing. I find it difficult to imagine if he didn't. And next up we have Iris. GI puzzle. That was the meme this week, wasn't it? Just saying GI puzzle.
Yeah.
The note saying...
It was so ironic. It was so ironic that the person who spent all week going GI puzzle won the other metric.
Note saying, I was excited about max rate at first, but then it dawned on me that if I had max rate, so did everybody else. Still, it was a great morale boost. I just had to put some thought into the secondary next. My original solution had used a lot of piston arms, a lot more track, and 2 bonders on the output chamber. Slowly I managed to ditch the pistons entirely, and then I struggled for a while trying to use just one bonder, which is a bit tricky considering that max rate makes it just barely possible to bond the molecule before the next batch comes crashing through. I feel like there are still a good few cost shavings left, but I hope this is good enough to at least make top 50. We'll see though. Ooh. Shoutouts to Arm 3 and 4 that hold the Quicksilver for a handful of cycles sometimes so it doesn't go through the conduit too early and crash into the atom on the other side, letting Arm 1 reset rather than be stuck holding the atom. I feel as though Arm 2 doesn't do nearly enough. It's just there to throw copper away. The other arms have plenty to handle, but I'm sure cheaper solves manage to do without it. Yeah, this solve has not understood the power of the hex arm just yet.
But I do think that Iris is right to shout out Arms 3 and 4 doing the delayed drop on the conduit.
Yeah.
Because that is something that, especially in things like in some of the campaign instructions records, that is actually a very vital part of getting the solve to work. So it's a very good thing to be aware of, and it's cool to see that it can do that while also managing the work of getting the inputs and everything.
Yeah. Alright, next up we have Amaranth, with a note saying, "This puzzle got hands. Hex arm." 230G. I like how there's so much more variation with these solves in rate compared to cost.
Yeah.
There's more to talk about.
It's certainly not at a loss for things to say. I mean, even if it is still just variations on, wow, marble game pretty, hexarm go burr, etc.
Yeah, but you know, they don't look almost all identical, at least. At least you can point out how it looks aesthetically different. Alright, next up we have Dust Boots. Grate my output. Min rate is relatively easy. So once again it comes down to cost. Going out on a limb, I predict number 1 will be 180G. Not far off when you're comparing to Min 18R.
Oh, wow, yeah, gosh. That must have... knowing that they DOS Boots wrote these notes and then the first solve shown on stream was cheaper than that.
170G.
And
And
it's
in 61st.
Gosh. That must have been so funny.
That's when you go, oh shit. Ah shit, I did the puzzle wrong. I missed something big.
Well, no, I would never say someone did the puzzle wrong.
Yeah.
But...
well, I mean, it certainly is how it feels.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've definitely done puzzles wrong. But...
Alright, next up we have Desk Weasel.
Desk Weasel was one of our
top new players, right?
Players. Yeah.
3-length swing. Look at it go.
Oh my goodness.
The notes say, I was so close to 195 for quite a while and refused to believe it's not possible, missing it by a cycle and then just a bit of geometry. But finally output chamber worked as 2P because arms 4 and 5 don't have time to reset, so they swap roles. That's the benefit of a track loop. In the input chamber, I never thought I would unironically use a length 3 arm production, but the hex arm takes up a lot of space to cooperate nicely with the conduit. Really like this puzzle, it's 2 halves nature. Great design. This sounds like someone who thought 18R was optimal though. At least the notes read that way, since they're thinking about cost savings.
I think if we're getting to the point where people have cost optimized down this low, it will almost exclusively be people who think 18R is
yeah.
Well, yeah, we've only got a couple more 18R solves anyway, so they probably all thought it was min.
Next up we have H-May. I think that's how it's pronounced. I was informed on how this name is pronounced, but H-Mag. Oh, that's a hex arm in the input chamber. The notes say, "Whoa, the big Ferris wheel."
So this is okay. So this is highlighting one of the good things about Rate is that it doesn't matter that Arm 4 is going the long way around to take stuff to the conduit, because it all gets there eventually. And at sort of conduit throughput. So yeah, the geometry in this chamber means that it has to go that way around. But yeah, this is fun. H-Mag saying he was really happy with sub 200, and yeah, you should be really happy. Like it's good to have a goal and meet it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is I mean, yeah, both chambers you can very clearly cost optimized, and they have a good sort of design principle behind them. So yeah, very well done. DB. That's what it stands for.
Ferris wheel.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Alright, next up we have Event Ruler at the 180G. So it makes sense that Event Ruler would say Event 180G is min, I agree, in the chat. Smile.
Of course. I mean, every solve is min until I see a solve that's better than it. That's how it works.
That is a very clean input chamber. I guess we're not going to see the optimal input chamber because, you know, this one has rejection in the input chamber. But it does get pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we might see it. We won't see it today.
Kind of the same concept, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame because I don't think any of these, because a lot of these have a kind of summy feel, but I don't even think any of these are some contenders because they're much too slow.
Yeah. Maybe. Who
well,
knows?
Because you can get 10R in about 60. Yeah, so my 10R was 245G, 71 cycles and 48 instructions. So I think that's still comparable some, and maybe.
And yours is the best 10R.
Yeah, and some would want to do.
Oh yeah,
would want some
GCI
saves anyway.
Oh yeah, hi goodbye
Galaxy.
Galaxy. You're coming up.
You're just in time.
You're just in time.
Well, we've already seen the next solve, so maybe we don't need to see it again.
I mean, there wasn't really much analysis of it.
Oh, hi, Yutobi.
Oh, I really love this input, this assembly chamber. Honestly, it wasn't noted on the stream, but now that we've seen all the other 18R, it just feels much more impressive.
It's really good. Yeah.
Just in time to cringe. Now we're talking about the good things of this solve. Goodbye, Galaxy.
This looks like it wouldn't be too. Oh no, you couldn't make this output chamber is not immediately convertible into a half P. But
imagine if this. What could this solve be cheaper with the input chamber that the previous solve had, or is the assembly order different? Yeah, with the previous input chamber, 18R can get down to 160G. Wow.
And that's instruction saves as well. On the input chamber.
That's an impressive assembly, though. It's not unlike anything we've seen so far, honestly. That looks like the assembly chamber that's a Brain came up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really it's one of those situations. as I was saying with the last one, it's a shame about because these souls, they're so good at what they are doing. Like, they're so heavily cost optimized. It's just like the wrong primary.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, this is beautiful. Goodbye Galaxy. I'm like it. I can absolutely see why you're confident in this.
All right. Next up, we have in 60th place, 17R. A speedy fella.
17? What? What number is that?
It's it manages to get the input working. I imagine it just barely got
so this
shaved past 18R.
So this is 4 atoms through the conduit with 1. 4 atoms through the conduit every 4 with 1 cycle delay is what I'm gonna guess. Is that, or is it like just some weird amalgamation of 3s and 4s?
It's probably some weird amalgamation of 3s and 4s, but like, I assume this, from now on, we are back to being output limited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I assume this is like, it's not actually conduit limited, it's just that the output isn't able to be built fast enough, but it barely beats 18R, so you know, you do it.
How many bonders it's got? Multi-bonder and single bonder.
Yeah.
I'm amazed it's got enough space for any arms.
Mm-hmm.
Wowee. It's so funny going from Goodbye Galaxy's basically, you know, some brain perfection to this sort of monstrosity.
Next up, we have in 59 GG Golf at a 5 cost cheaper only. It already looks a lot cleaner though. This has the output pass over the conduit again, and that's no bueno. Otherwise, I think it's mostly optimal.
Yeah, there's a very long gap between the metal leaving the chamber at the end of one period and it coming into the chamber at the beginning of the next period. Yeah,
and it's mostly because of the output running over it, the conduit.
Oh, right, but this is only sending 1. Yeah, this is. So the previous soul was still sending 2 metal through the chamber. So this is doing what you need for 10R, but with just a very, very heavy delay.
Yeah.
Causeway building.
I assume most people here, like past 18R, their main goal is 10R.
I don't know. Because I think it was very easy to get lulled into thinking 12R. After 18, I think 12R was the next natural.
I remember
for
like
people to
on the stream, but like on the stream, not many people actually even got 12R. None of the solves were past 2 gold through, and 2 gold to Earth.
Really?
Through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
maybe it's just me. It was just, well, and like I said, getting 10R after you've got 12R is basically trivial. So I'm not. I suppose I'm not surprised.
So like most people, after they get past the 18R barrier, they aim for 10R, but like it just comes down to, are you able to do the assembly fast enough? Yeah, the notes say, the frustrating thing is knowing better as possible. I can see where the bottlenecks are. I just don't know how to work around them with the space constraints. Though I'm glad to have found better than my initial assumed min of 18. Yeah, this is at 16R now. So, you know, we were rate shaving earlier in terms of output assembly. We're rate shaving again in terms of output assembly. This one has the output overlap with a rejection, and that's cycles you can't use to create more Quicksilver.
Yeah. I I like the little sort of narratives that you get from people's notes in these
Yeah.
solves as well, where you get to hear the fact that they have gone through a progression. They thought something was true, and then they've worked hard and deduced that actually that wasn't the case, and that they can do better. And even if they haven't really like shot for the moon and got like the min primary, they've still done some serious thinking about like what a better solution would look like.
Yeah.
Because I think for people who are who are accustomed to just you see a primary and you know immediately basically what the minimum primary is or should be, and so you just spend all your time going for that. There's still a lot to be said for the point in your skill level where you're still just trying to work stuff out about the game and just sort of problem solving, even if it's not like at the tippy top.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nice to see. Sorry, that was a kind of long-winded explanation.
Nah, it's okay. We're almost there. Almost at the end. Alright. Next off by Julot at also 16R, but cheaper. And let's say, first version I managed to get the glyph of rejection on the side of assembly, but I'm running out of time, so this might be it. It is it.
This assembly is really fast. It's just it has to wait so long between periods for material to start coming back into the chamber again.
Yeah. Why is that though? The ARM1, like the input chamber isn't limited as well.
It's because ARM1 is because ARM1 is the only one that can grab any inputs, and it has to. Yeah, it's
mostly unlimited to ARM7. I guess. Yeah. I guess ARM.
Oh, I guess yeah, because ARM7.
It's between ARM7 and ARM1. Yeah.
Yeah, if ARM7 were multi-ARM, this would immediately. No, actually, that wouldn't help. That would not help, because it would do wrong grabs.
Yeah. So I guess it's between ARM1 and ARM7 that needs to optimize this.
Yeah, at the moment it wouldn't help for ARM1 to be any faster because ARM7 is too slow.
But at the same time, wouldn't help for ARM7 to be
also,
faster.
Why is ARM7 on?
Slow.
ARM7 is on 1 hex of track. What is this? Is this a shadow cluster area solve? What is going on?
Does the 5G matter? No. Next up, we have 15.4. Oh boy.
15.4.
This is some shenanigans. The notes say, I don't have much experience with cycles or wraith, but I'm quite pleased with how far I was able to push this one. Why is it 15.4? Oh, it's returning lead sometimes. It has 2 metals in the output chamber sometimes.
15.4 is 77/5. I have got no idea where that pair of numbers comes from. What? Yeah, is this must be 5 products every 77, but I've got no idea where that comes from.
It's not always is it always sending back lead? It is always sending back lead. No, there's a few.
Okay, so
there's a few times where it has to shuffle around the second metal coming in, and that's the wasted.
Yeah, so this is trying to be an 8.4, I think. It's getting all of the quicksilver out of a metal before sending it back. So it's okay, Hutobi. You wanted to see an 8.4? This is not quite it, but it's probably the closest thing you're going to get.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Wow. Yeah, 77 is a number I did not expect to show up.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Winged Pearl at standard 15. We're back to being output limited and not metal limited for some reason, but there's 2 rejections here. Unfortunately, like, some of them are covered for too long, but one of them is covered for too long, but yeah.
Oh, this is crazy. This is like, we just saw someone who, you know, had in concept what you would need for 8.4, even though that's impossible. And here we're seeing somebody who, you know, if they had pushed this concept to its logical conclusion, they would have been in a
9R.
podium position.
Yeah.
This is great. This is so fun. Wow.
We're in the landed among the stars range.
I mean, yeah, so we're all in the gutter, but some of us are looking up at the stars, and I think Wing Pearl and our previous submitter were both definitely looking up at the stars.
Mm-hmm. When Pearl says that she got stuck here, yeah, I can see with that that output chamber is cramped, and it's already all pistons.
Oops, all pistons. And there are atoms that go on the track river as well in the bottom left. So that's like.
Right. Next up,
Utobi saying the previous submitter coded 5 products in 77 cycles. They should have coded 5 products in 42 cycles. Well, that's the problem. If only they'd done that instead of what they did do.
Mm-hmm. This is also 15R, but 265 cost, way cheaper. This
min rate 3. Now 15R is a min rate, is a supposed min rate that I just cannot understand.
The product runs over the conduit and the rejection.
I know, but like, why would you conclude that this is min? Like, there's nothing about the product which necessitates getting the conduit.
Oh yeah, I guess
the
solution title does say min rate. Maybe it's just min.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe they mean the min that they got.
Yeah. Anyways, the notes say, started this on the last day. Surely this will place 44th. Hubris. Cost swaps are boring and icky, so I did submit for it.
I see. Yeah, sorry, Smrakish. I was reading too much into your solution title. This is a cool input chamber. I really like this input chamber.
In 53rd, we have at 14R, Executor 888. Oh god, that is a jam-packed output chamber. That output chamber looks like it swings over the conduit, and that's why this can't be 10R. No, what's limiting this to 10R?
Well, it's the
not to 14R.
Well, it's the fact that Arm 2 has to deal with getting the gold waste out of the way of the unbonder and then deliver the gold into the conduit. Yeah. That's one of the reasons.
It's Arm 2 limited. Sorta. Kinda.
Well, yeah, I think construction is also limited, but it's hard to... there are some times where it's like, okay, well, the design is clearly based around a limit, but it's hard to tell where the limit originally came from and what in the solution is just something that is optimally working within the bounds of that limit. So, yeah.
In 52nd, we have Video Cake. The notes say, I was really busy this week. I had 4 hours. 4 hours to save my pride. First, it takes me 2 hours to get a working 18 rate, which I thought was min. I move on to the other metric, where I was just flailing around getting a not completely terrible solve. With 1 hour left, I locked in. I went, wait, I can project in the other chamber. Min is not 18. Wait, I would need to trash in the top right chamber. Bad. Wait, I could return it to the bottom left chamber. Wait, but then it collides with the atoms from the other direction. Wait, teleport at the same time! So with 20 minutes to spare, I got a 15 rate with miraculous geometry. Then this. This is the local min because of ARM 6. I think min rate goes much lower than this. It sure does.
Yeah.
ARM 6
good.
is limiting.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good when people know that they're at a local minimum. I mean, that's a good idea to have, is that you might be at the furthest point that your idea can be pushed. There's a big difference between that and it being the global minimum for a solution space.
Yeah.
This is cool though.
Next up we have our last solve. 51st Matter Monkey at 13R. Just missed the mainstream. I believe the mainstream started at no, it started at 13. This is just too expensive.
Yeah. Oh, this has got a halt arm as well. Yeah, to get rid of the first earth, which is not used.
Yeah.
That's really funky.
This one's at 485G, just barely too expensive. There's several halt arms that was present on the mainstream that just moved the first earth out of the way.
I suppose it makes sense because you want the arm that pulls the input off to actually do. I think it makes sort of intuitive sense to me because like the first atom you want to go through is gold, but in a lot of cases maybe gold is not the atom that you want to grab off the input first, so you need to get rid of the first earth, which is not useful. I don't know. I'm sure that there is a good reason for it, but
I don't think I would know. But yeah, this is the last solve we'll look at. Because we've seen all the ones from here. Also, Love Math Boy is next. Okay, I'll meow for Love Math Boy.
We're all meowing now. It's meowing time.
This is how we're ending the stream. We're all just meowing. Meows in the chat, please. Ugh, I'm doing a stretch. Ugh, we did it.
Big stretch. We did
made
it.
To the end.
Well done, everyone.
Oh my god, there's puppy
Thank you,
girls
everyone,
and puppy
for
boys in the chat. They're woofing instead of meowing.
Oh, disgusting. Thank you all for coming. And thank you all for submitting. I mean, I'm saying this, I did not have anything to do with this. You know, I'm also a tournament participant, so it's a bit odd for me to say thank you. But
thank you for coming and joining me for commentary.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's nice to be back. It's been a while.
It is. Also, I just noticed Josh said that he might make this stream, but it turns out that he didn't in the end.
Ah, shame. Well, he put in his time yesterday.
Yeah. I was glad to have you here. And I have to do this alone. But it might have been faster if I did.
Late at night. Alone, late at night, just watching loads of Opus Magnum solves play for hours on end. Could never be me. Could never be me.
That sounds like a pain. I love being able to chat while looking at these solves. I mean, that was most of what we did during the cost solves. It was the podcast with cost solves running
Real
in the
podcast
background.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for coming to the stream, and we'll see you all next week. I believe next week is the week we're actually doing the appreciation stream first. Because Kazian isn't available.
Oh, yeah, away.
Yeah. So see you all next week on Sunday. It probably will be like the same time as the stream started here, though.
Yeah.
Because I do have work next Sunday.
Yeah. I'm actually not sure. Oh no, it's Sunday. I can watch the stream. I have much less time to work on this puzzle this week than I did for last week. So
good luck.
I'm
Don't say too much. You're still on stream.
No, I know. I'm not going to spoil it, for goodness sake.
But alright, that's where we're ending it. See y'all. Bye.